Both of us have been heartbroken. It's been hard.
Our biggest battle right now is just trying to love on these guys and help them get through this tough stuff right now.
This has probably been one of the toughest weeks of my whole life, and just everything has been hard.
Toyota's Friday Night Rivals pregame show is sponsored by Food City.
And welcome into the Friday Night Rivals pregame show. I'm PJ Johnson alongside Casey Getz. Tonight's game featuring Tennessee High and Abingdon.
These two communities and teams have dealt with some tough times so far this season. We'll begin with Tennessee High. Micah Montgomery, a junior on the Viking football team, passed away on September 12th. And then on September 18th, the Vikings lost assistant coach Trey Leonard.
This is my 30th year of coaching high school football. Never experienced the death of a player or coach while the season was going on, and within 6 days, both of those happened.
How is the team right now mentally?
You put this many guys together dealing with grief in different ways, different relationships. Some of them were closer with Micah than others. Some of them were closer with Coach Leonard than others. Some of them were very close to both. We have a lot of guys dealing with a lot right now, especially at this young age. I mean, I'm having a hard time with it at 50. And some of these teenage guys are really struggling right now. So our biggest battle right now is just trying to love on these guys and help them get through this tough stuff right now. And I think football is the one way we can minister to them and get out on that field and just try to give them a few hours each day of something normal and something they love doing.
You had a tough week with Micah passing, then you play the game on Friday. You say that you're hoping the kids could just have fun for a couple hours, and then not even 24 hours later, they learned that one of their coaches passed away as well. I mean, what was it like for you hearing that news and saying, we're gonna have to go through this again for a second straight week?
We did the ceremony, a celebration of life for Micah in here Saturday, and you know, everybody was so sad about that, and, you know, we're going to try to move on as normal as we can in memory and honor of Micah. And literally had just sat down on my couch I'd recorded some college football that I was going to miss that day, and I was just sitting down to try to watch a little bit of that, and then I got this call. And I've worked, I mean, personally, I've known Trey for 20 years, and he's one of the best friends I've ever had in my life. And I mean, it was more shock for a while that night. And just we came up here and gathered again as a team in the castle Saturday night. And Coach Mays and I ended up driving down to Johnson City to be with his wife and kids. And we had a real late night, Saturday night into Sunday morning. I think, Sunday, we came in here, we meet as a coaching staff on Sundays, and just not having him here with us was hard.
You're the coach, you're supposed to be the leader of this organization, but how are you handling this personally? I mean, losing a player and, as you said, one of your best friends. I know you're supposed to be strong for everybody else, but how are you handling this?
Well, I've got a tremendous amount of support from my family, my wife, my daughters, my parents, these other coaches. I mean, they've lost a brother like I have. I could go on and on. I mean, it's amazing the support coming in from all over the community, other teams reaching out to us. I could mention several, and I'll leave people out, but I'm going to tell you, Stacy Carter at Science Hill, and, you know, he went through the loss of a player when he was at South. He checks on me every day. And John Dyer, which I coached with John at Westridge, I'm at Sullivan East, and who's now at Westridge, John checks on me daily. I don't want to leave anybody out, but the support, and I learned so much from Coach Leonard. He helped me last week in dealing with Micah, just his spiritual advice. Now I'm trying to remember it in him too. So I try to, and I do feel that the good Lord has given me a strength that just overtook me the Sunday that Micah passed, that I don't know where it's coming from other than from up above and people around me. And I can get through the days. I have my rough moments, don't get me wrong. And my wife and at home and the people I mentioned are helping carry me. The administration here has been great, whatever you need, and just people from all over the community, ministers, and I've got so many people helping me stand up right now and go through this. People kept telling me when I didn't apply for this job and we didn't end up hiring anybody and I was put in this interim basis, Trey Leonard and many others kept saying, you're in this for a reason. You're in this job right now for a reason. And I do think right now, and that's where my strength is coming from, is I'm in this job right now to help lead this group through these tragedies.
What have you learned about the Tennessee High community in the last week and a half?
How proud I am to be a part of it, and the support from everybody has been just tremendous, and the love they've shown us. I mean, they're holding us up. I mean, we're holding each other up, and we're being held up from people in this community doing, what can we do? What can we do? What can we do? We hear I know a lot of times in life we see and hear a lot of bad things going on in this world and the anger but I do want to say from this I've learned there's a whole lot of good in this world too. This
will be the first game in the Castle for you guys. Do you hope that the crowd can maybe give you even more energy to kind of carry you through this game? I have thought about that. I've thought when we walk out here out of the field house onto the field and the music's playing and the support we had Friday night from our fan base was awesome. I mean, you talk about a community rallying behind these boys, and it's going to be awesome Friday night to what I think we're going to walk out to, just the support from our fans. I see a great night in that way of us just coming together.
Well, Abingdon certainly knows what Tennessee High is going through. And coming up, we'll talk to Falcons head coach Garrett Embergy about the loss his team suffered.
Do you ever look at your home and you just want to change your look, but you just don't know what to do? Now you can use our experienced team of interior designers to make sure every aspect of your home is absolutely perfect. Come see us at Zach's Home.
Toyota is synonymous with trust. Everything we build is built to last longer than anyone else. That's why we can back every certified used Toyota with a 1-year comprehensive warranty, a 7-year powertrain warranty, plus 7 years roadside assistance. You can trust a certified used Toyota will handle life's adventures for years to come. Now get 1.99 financing for 60 months on any certified Camry, RAV4, Corolla, or Prius. The best new cars make the best used cars.
Citizens Bank is a locally owned and operated bank serving communities in East Tennessee. The bank was established in 1934 with 3 guiding principles at its foundation: assurance of safety to depositors, a high standard of service to customers, and a genuine desire to serve the community. These principles are the core factor in the success that has lasted over 85 years and grown Citizens Bank to the renowned financial institution it is today. To learn more about Citizens Bank, visit citizensbank24.com.
Being a basketball coach isn't a 40-hour-a-week job. I wish it was, but sometimes it feels like it's all the hours of the week kind of job. Buddy, if there's something that saves me some time, I'm all for it.
Coach, is that my dress shampoo?
Don't judge me. Every minute I save is a precious minute I get to spend at home. That's why I love using Go-Kart curbside pickup at Food City. I order my groceries online, and they bring them right to my car in the parking lot.
Order for Barnes?
Hey, that's me.
Do you ever look at your home and you just want to change your look, but you just don't know what to do? Now you can use our experienced team of interior designers to make sure every aspect of your home is absolutely perfect. Come see us at Zach's Home.
Welcome back to the Friday Night Rivals pregame show. We are closing in on kickoff between Abingdon and Tennessee High.
The Falcons have also dealt with tragedy this season. Assistant football coach Rob Ratcliffe came down with COVID-19 in August and died a few short weeks later. Ratcliffe was more than a coach. He was Garrett Embergy's best friend.
He was such an important part of our program, important part of our school. He got along so well with all our students. So it is a huge loss for Abingdon High School. And, you know, as coaches, we focus a lot of time on the strategy of the game, and we love that part of it. And the strategy of football. But this game is about people and being around one another and the team camaraderie we have. We're such a close-knit group, and we're very close as a coaching staff. So this has been a really hard start to the season, and we're going to miss Coach Ratcliffe.
So you have a good idea of what Tennessee High has been going through.
Yeah, I do. My heart goes out to them. I know me and Coach Chandler have talked, and we're just supporting each other. You know, we're both going through some things that are really difficult, and we're trying to be there for our players. You know, that's the main thing. And for those two and a half hours when we get to play the game of football, it, you know, eases for those 2.5 hours. We get to play the game that we love. You know, we know that our guys love, and to be able to get out there and compete, that helps for a little bit. But both of us have been heartbroken. It's been hard.
Bristol and Abingdon, two communities, very similar. It just seems unnatural that Tennessee High should play Abingdon.
Yeah, I mean, two schools, competitive in football. Football is important in both places, and we're so close. And it hadn't played many times in history. I think it could be a great rivalry going forward. So, you know, we're excited to get an opportunity to play, and you get to play in a place with such history as Stone Castle. I mean, that's great. Our guys got to play there in the spring. We had a game with Gate City, and the weather was so bad they were gracious enough to let us get on the turf there at Tennessee High, and it's just a great facility. So our guys will be excited about that. We're excited about the challenge that Tennessee High's got a good football team. I think we got a good football team as well, so it should be a competitive game.
And there are inspirational stories as well to talk about. Tell me the story of Cole Lambert.
Cole Lambert, I can't say enough good things about him. The work ethic he's had. He broke his femur in baseball. It was a crazy injury in baseball. As a hind catcher, and he hit the backstop and broke his leg. And it was really looking doubtful if he was going to be able to come back. And I told Cole, I said, if any player can do it, it's you. He said, I'm going to work and I'm going to get back. And the work ethic he's put in to get there, it's been tremendous to see. First play against Richlands last week, first play he gets in there, he throws a touchdown pass. And I got chills on the sideline. It was an amazing moment. We presented a game ball to Cole after the game. It's just a tremendous story all the way around. So happy for the kid.
That really is the essence of high school football, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, moments like that, to see the hard work he's put in and everything to get back, and then to get out there and the joy in his teammates, you know, when he completed that pass, to know it kind of, you know, came full circle to come back and to have that success. His teammates and coaches, I mean, we were so thrilled for him. It's just an amazing moment, one I won't ever forget. And when you talk about Abingdon athletics, you really have to mention the Carter family. Yeah, there's a great history there with Abingdon athletics and the Carter family. I'll tell you, Haynes Carter right now, I think, is one of our most valuable players. You know, it's special when you see a guy at the slot position and receiving that, you know, he's got, last week he had 135 yards of receiving at halftime. And he turns around on the defensive side and he's playing outside linebacker and playing that very well, setting the edge. So, and then special teams, he blocked a punt in that game. A guy can do it all. So when you got a guy that versatile that can do it all, we just got to find ways to put him in a position to showcase his ability. He's a special football player, and it's fun to watch him play. Last year you had Martin Lucas, who got so much attention from recruiters. What kind of example did he set for this program? Yeah, I mean, Martin was a tremendous football player for us. He worked really hard. The weight room was so crucial for him. I think that was one of the biggest things our guys seen. Hey, man, look how he's working in the weight room. I mean, and he put in that effort. That's a big program builder for you as well. Obviously, the success that he had on the field running the football and defensively, it is a great thing for your program when you got a guy that's got the interest that he had from Division I level, and he's going to William & Mary, which is a great education. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. So let's talk about the game. What's it going to come down to for the Falcons to come away with the victory? Well, we got to match their energy. You know, playing at home, that's always something. You got to match a team's energy. And I think special teams could play a big role. We've got to be sound there. I remember when we played there 2 years ago, we got a punt blocked. And, you know, those are big plays in those football games that, you know, we've got to make sure we take care of. And then we always go back to every week. We stress tackling. It's always the first drill we do every day at practice. If we tackle well, we win a lot of football games. If we miss tackles, we're going to be in trouble because they got athletes that can make a lot of plays. So we've got to tackle well.
Tonight, acts of kindness come in all shapes, sizes, and even haircuts. Tonight on Look Good, Feel Good, I'm sharing the story of a business owner who surprised a woman going through cancer with an act of solidarity.
Look Good, Feel Good. Fox 39, Music 10, tonight.
At Friendship Ford of Bristol, we want to buy your car, regardless of age, mileage, or condition. We're one of the area's only certified Kelley Blue Book buying centers. And you don't have to trade with us. We'll buy your car cash on the spot. Come to Friendship Ford of Bristol. We're dealing.
Winter is coming, so don't wait to get your home ready for the cold with propane from Marsh Propane. Family owned and operated, Marsh Propane has been serving the region since 1966. Whether you're building a new home, switching over to gas heat, or just want to change your provider, Marsh Propane makes it fast and easy. Heating your home and water, cooking, or relaxing with your family, you'll never be let down by the dependability of gas. Fight the chill year-round with Marsh Propane. Service, safety, dependability.
When buying or refinancing a home, knowledge, experience, and personal service is a must. Contact us, Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. Fairway is a nationwide lender with 2 local offices, Kingsport and Johnson City, serving East Tennessee and Southwest Virginia. We have many options to choose from that we will tailor to your needs. Especially during these times, don't settle for internet lenders. Trust your local Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation offices. Call or visit our website today.
Go to friendshipcars.com to find our huge selection of Ford, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Volvo, Hyundai, Nissan, Honda, Chevy, GMC, Buick, or even Indian motorcycles. Only at friendshipcars.com. We're dealing.
Freeman and the Braves battle the Padres, or Abreu and the White Sox take on the Indians.
Saturday night at 7 on Fox 39.
Hi, I'm Steve Smith with Food City. It's great to partner with WCYB to sponsor the Friday Night Rivals pregame show. Football is so important to our communities as families gather to root on their home team, whether they're watching the game in person or on TV. And we're excited to be a sponsor, and don't forget, Food City is your tailgating headquarters.
Go to friendshipcars.com to find our huge selection of Ford, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Volvo, Hyundai, Nissan, Honda, Chevy, GMC, Buick, or even Indian motorcycles. Only at friendshipcars.com. We're dealing.
Huddle up, football fans. Huddle up close. Hear the heartbeats and the beats of drums, the adrenaline and the calm, the sounds of nature and of nurture, of belonging and long passing. Every yard, every field, every blade of grass, from mountaintops to downtown shops. This is our community, and we are proud to be part of it. Bank of Tennessee, this is home.
Our commitment to customer satisfaction sets us apart. Every new Lexus comes with complete door-to-door service, including free pickup and delivery, Lexus loaner cars, and hand washing your Lexus every time it's in for service.
Buying a new vehicle is an important decision. A new Lexus from Lexus of Kingsport is a perfect choice.
When buying or refinancing a home, knowledge, experience, and personal service is a must. Contact us, Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. Fairway is a nationwide lender with 2 local offices, Kingsport and Johnson City, serving East Tennessee and Southwest Virginia. We have many options to choose from that we will tailor to your needs. Especially during these times, don't settle for internet lenders. Trust your local Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation offices. Call or visit our website today.
All trophies and plaques for WCYB's Friday Night Rivals are provided by Eddie's Trophies and Gift Shop in Bristol. Eddie's Trophies also offers medals, plaques, acrylics, glass, and crystal pieces for your business, school, or sports team. That's Eddie's Trophy and Gift Shop online at eddiestrophies.com.
At Friendship Ford of Bristol, we want to buy your car, regardless of age, mileage, or condition. We're one of the area's only certified Kelley Blue Book buying centers. And you don't have to trade with us. We'll buy your car cash on the spot. Come to Friendship Ford of Bristol. We're dealing.
You're looking live at the historic Stone Castle in Bristol, Tennessee, as we get ready for Friday Night Rivals, Abingdon versus Tennessee High. P.J. Johnson along with Casey Getz. And Casey, this is a game that's going to have a lot of emotion in it.
It really is. You know, we've talked about it all week with these two communities. These two teams have gone through a lot so far this season. On the Abingdon side, their assistant coach, Rob Ratcliffe, passed away the end of August. For Tennessee High, there's a nice banner hanging on the Abingdon sidelines in honor of Coach Rob Ratcliffe. Meanwhile, on the Tennessee High side of things, Micah Montgomery, a junior member of the football team, passed away on September 12th. And then 6 days later, Trey Leonard, an assistant coach at Tennessee High, passed away. And this is the first home game for Tennessee High since either Micah Montgomery or Coach Leonard passed away.
And, of course, we'll be planning tributes for all those folks tonight in our pregame show. Right now, the Tennessee High band is on the field, so we're going to check out what they're up to. And while the band is performing, we just want to let you in on all the things that are happening here tonight. There is a pregame ceremony to honor the ones that we have lost. Also, Casey, it's homecoming for Tennessee High.
That's why the bands are performing before the game, because the homecoming court will be out at halftime as well. They're also going to play. Tennessee High Athletic Director Barry Wade telling us they're going to play a tribute video. He said roughly be about 4 to 5 minutes in length at halftime as well. So that's why both bands, the Abingdon band has already performed before we came here live to the stadium. Tennessee High finishing up their performance here, and then we're expected to have a moment of silence for, as you mentioned, all those that have lost on both sides. And then there's going to be some honorary captains at the coin toss with family members of all those who have been lost. They will be out as honorary captains with the coin toss, so that is still to come as well here before we get to kickoff.
For the mighty Viking band.
As you said, as part of that tribute, they'll also include some video of Coach Dale Burns, who passed away recently, the legendary basketball coach here. And now, a moment of silence here at the Castle. And we'll have more of our Friday Night Rivals coverage on the pregame show after this.
Being a basketball coach isn't a 40-hour-a-week job. I wish it was, but sometimes it feels like it's all the hours of the week kind of job. Buddy, if there's something that saves me some time, I'm all for it.
Coach, is that my dress shampoo?
Don't judge me. Every minute I save is a precious minute I get to spend at home. That's why I love using Go-Kart curbside pickup at Food City. I order my groceries online, and they bring them right to my car in the parking lot.
Order for Barnes?
Hey, that's me.
Did you know the average credit card interest rate is over 16%? But the annual percentage rate on the Bank of Marion's new Platinum Rewards credit card is just 11.99. And it earns rewards points for use for retail purchases, fuel discounts, travel discounts, and cash back. It's contactless, too. Just tap and go. Details at bankofmarionva.com or stop by any of our branches for an application. Remember, without our Platinum Rewards card, you'll miss out on all those savings and rewards.
What's that?
It's a new little meatball sandwich from Pal's. 4 juicy half-ounce meatballs covered in a thick marinara sauce and melty shredded white cheddar cheese on a hot dog bun.
Woo! Where's mine? I guess we're going back to Pal's.
Y'all better hurry.
The little meatball sandwich is only here for a limited time. Pals, great food in a flash.
Citizens Bank is a locally owned and operated bank serving communities in East Tennessee. The bank was established in 1934 with 3 guiding principles at its foundation: assurance of safety to depositors, a high standard of service to customers, and a genuine desire to serve the community. These principles are the core factor in the success that has lasted over 85 years and grown Citizens Bank to the renowned financial institution it is today. To learn more about Citizens Bank, visit citizensbank24.com.
As well as Tennessee High School junior running back Micah Montgomery.
And welcome back, Tennessee. We're getting ready for a moment of silence to honor the memory of Rob Ratcliffe of Abingdon High School, Micah Montgomery of Tennessee High, and Trey Leonard of Tennessee High School.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise and join me at this time as we observe a moment of silence in honor of these four men who left us far too soon. Now, if you please would focus on the American flag as is presented on the field by the Tennessee High School Junior ROTC Cadet Corps, followed by the singing of our national anthem by the Tennessee High School Madrigal Singers.
That was the Tennessee High School Band with our national anthem. Casey, it's we talked about the emotion of tonight, and it's just hard to explain to folks about really what all this means to both these teams tonight.
This is just a point now for these guys, both of these teams, as the coaches told us, to enjoy a game and for 2.5 to 3 hours have their minds get away from everything they've been dealing with in the real world. And a lot of these kids, you know, at the ages they are, it's not something that they really should have to deal with in life, but this is a good life lesson for them, that life doesn't always go the way you would like it to. And certainly this is a good learning experience for them. And hopefully both of these teams can enjoy this couple-hour break from what's been going on.
And it's just hard to imagine to prepare a high school team as Abingdon runs on the field. High schoolers, the last thing they think about is death. They think about life. And when you have to explain death, it's just so tough. And here come the mighty Vikings on the other side.
On the field this year, PJ, Tennessee High, they are 1-2. Abingdon is 2-1. Both of these teams have had a game scrubbed, at least for the time being, with COVID. Tennessee High's game's not going to be made up. They're supposed to play Pulaski County, Virginia a couple weeks ago, and the Vikings were in COVID protocol, so that game is not going to be made up. Abingdon had a game a couple weeks ago at Gate City, postponed because Gate City was in COVID protocols. Here's our Toyota keys to the games for Abingdon. Play with energy. They're going to have to match Tennessee High. You think very emotional night for Tennessee High, and Coach Amberg, he told you, limit the missed tackles. They have to tackle well. For Tennessee High, you got to get off to a fast start. You want to ride the energy, the emotion from the crowd, create some splash plays, get 20 to 30-yard chunk plays, get this crowd in the game, and really kind of ride its momentum.
There is Abingdon as we get ready for the coin toss. Now, this coin toss is not your ordinary coin toss tonight either, Casey, because, again, we're honoring some family members.
Yes, Tennessee High
Coach Matt Chandler telling me they're going to have 4 honorary captains. Abingdon is going to have some honorary captains as well in the family of Coach Rob Radcliffe. Tennessee High is going to have Ron Montgomery, the father of Micah. He's going to be joined by Georgia Leonard, Kate Leonard, and Jessica Leonard. They're the wife, daughter, and son of Coach Trey Leonard. They will be part of this as well.
And both teams approaching midfield now.
Representing Abingdon and the Radcliffe family are Chelsea Norris, James Sander, and Matt Sander, and Aaron Dunn. Representing Tennessee High, the Montgomery family is Micah's father, Ron. Representing Tennessee High and the Leonard family are Coach Leonard's wife, Jessica, and his children, Georgia and Kay. This is a physical with these functions is done in Castle.
So do you call heads and tails here, Case?
It'll be Abingdon's decision here.
He said tails, all right, check it out. State flag right there is heads. State on this bottom is tails, all right? We'll flip it. Drop it.
Use a special coin.
You said what? Tails is in the air. I've caught it. We've got a heads. You won the top. You wanted the first there, right where you're at.
So it looks like Tennessee has
won the toss. They will defer.
They defer their options. Abingdon will receive the opening kickoff.
All right, we're going to get you ready for that opening kickoff. Right after this, you're watching Friday Night Rivals. Stay with us.
Here are 5 big reasons to buy a Toyota Highlander. Number 5, a 295 horsepower V6 engine. Or number 4, best-in-class hybrid. Number 3, it's all-wheel drive season. And 2, Highlander can do it all. Snow, rain, wind, or mud. And the number 1 reason, a great selection of great Toyota deals. Like 2.49 financing plus $750 finance cash on any new 21 Highlander. Plus 2 years no-cost maintenance. 5 big reasons to buy a Highlander. Toyota, let's go places.
Citizens Bank is a locally owned and operated bank serving communities in East Tennessee. The bank was established in 1934 with 3 guiding principles at its foundation: assurance of safety to depositors, a high standard of service to customers, and a genuine desire to serve the community. These principles are the core factor in the success that has lasted over 85 years and grown Citizens Bank to the renowned financial institution it is today. To learn more about Citizens Bank, visit citizensbank24.com.
I love this place. It's where I chose to live, and I want to help it thrive. In fact, I even took an oath to do just that. I'm a physician at HMG's new Primary Care and Diagnostic Center in Johnson City. I could have worked somewhere else, but I chose to be a part of this physician-led medical group because I wanted a voice in how my neighbors are cared for. We all have choices in life, and they matter. My choice is to be a health partner for life and advocate for you every day.
If your loan isn't with Eastman Credit Union, you're missing out. Come to us for your next auto or RV loan. We'll do our best to find the loan that fits your budget and lifestyle. When you're ready for your loan, you can apply online, in a branch, or give us the call. Sign your documents from anywhere. We'll send the money when you're ready.
Get 3 months with no payments, a great rate, and earn extraordinary dividends.
ECU makes it convenient, and you leave happy.
Visit ECU for your next auto loan. It's what we do. Eastman Credit Union.
Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, driven by your local Toyota dealer.
The Sky 5 drone flying high above the Stone Castle in Bristol, Tennessee tonight as we bring you live coverage of Abingdon and Tennessee High. P.J. Johnson along with Casey Getz. Casey, the Vikings won the won the coin toss. They've elected to defer. They're going to kick it off to Abingdon. What can you tell us about the Falcons?
Well, that's Haynes Carter, number 2. He is a heck of a player for Abingdon. He does it all. Offense, defense, special teams. He'll be key for them. For Tennessee High, it's Steven Johnson, the senior quarterback. He's going to have a big game. The Vikings have a good chance to get a win.
It could be a high-scoring affair here tonight in the Castle, one of the legendary stadiums in this entire country. We have hoped and tried to do a Tennessee High game for 4 years now, but contracts and conflicts prevented that. I want to congratulate my partner Casey on getting this done because we are underway as Tennessee High kicks it off, and Abingdon's going to field it short and get it up to about the 25-yard line, maybe the 26, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Falcons. The Falcons will run out of the I formation tonight. They'll put in some spread offense as well. A talented offensive team, Case.
Going to be interesting to see who starts at quarterback tonight for Abingdon. It looks like we have Cole Lambert out on the field. He played his first time of the season last week at Richlands. Cole Lambert, he had a really bad leg injury that he suffered in early June on the baseball team, and he did not play early in the season. Coach Amber, he didn't know if he'd be available really at all this year, but he really worked his way in. Amazingly, he only missed 2 games.
He's a terrific, talented kid. He'll take the snap under center, and he'll hand it off to Henshaw. Henshaw will get a couple, and that ball looked like it popped loose. We're waiting for the official word here.
Tennessee High looks like they have it.
They have. They fumbled, and Tennessee High has taken over. Well, a huge swing of things after the first play from scrimmage.
It looked like Ashton Leonard came up with that ball for Tennessee High, and what a momentum swing for the Vikings. The first play, Abingdon fumbles. The Vikings are going to start this drive at the Abingdon 27-yard line.
Steven Johnson, your quarterback. He's a big kid, got a good arm. He can throw it. First down for the Vikes. From the shotgun, straight handoff. It'll be some running room. Marquise Phillips, I should say, Phelps with a nice gain off the left tackle. Let's check out that offensive team, Case.
Well, for Tennessee High, we mentioned Steven Johnson. Micah Kennedy, number 22. Not only is he one of the starters, he was part of the ensemble singing the national anthem before the game, so he really can do it all for Tennessee High.
So the Vikings with a nice gain. They're in the Toyota red zone already.
2nd and inches.
Looked like Abingdon jumped off sides. We'll see what the official call is.
Prior to snap, encroachment on the defense. 5 yards. Replay the down.
Now let's check out some of the defensive standouts for Abingdon, Casey.
Well, they got Haynes Carter, number 2. We talked about him a little bit earlier in the show. Bishop Cook on the back end up front. Deshaun Lucas, Eli Singleton. Those guys are going to have to win some battles up front against this Tennessee High offensive line.
Vikings will go to the air, and it's complete over the middle as Johnson hits his target. That's Austin DeGear. Kind of a high throw, but DeGear pulls it down. Nice job. Second and 5 for Tennessee High. There's a straight handoff up the middle. Phelps again getting the call.
That'll set up should be a 3rd and inches for Tennessee High. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown.
Shotgun formation. There's another handoff up the middle. This time Abingdon is waiting. Phelps had nowhere to go.
He did get a first down, so it'll be 1st and goal for Tennessee High. There's Garrett Ambergy, the head coach at Abingdon in his 4th season.
Ambergy feels this is a game that needs to be played. 2 schools, very similar in size, 2 communities right next to each other. Surprisingly, they haven't played that much in the past. Little shotgun formation here and a little wildcat, but Tennessee High apparently has jumped off sides. We'll see what the official calls.
False start. Yep. On the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
they had Phelps in kind of a wildcat case.
They did. Now it looks like Steven Johnson's going to be coming back in to play quarterback. Had the false start there on 1st and goal, so now it'll still be 1st and goal. Just have to move it back outside the 5-yard line. The ball in between the 6 and 7-yard line. Tennessee High, if they can punch this in, have a lot of confidence and momentum on their side after that early turnover they forced against Abingdon.
1st and goal. Tennessee High with their first possession of the game. High snap. Johnson pulls it down, throws it to the air, to the end zone. Diving catch. Touchdown, Vikings.
Isaiah Foot.
And he made it by a foot just for a touchdown. But really, you know, the way Johnson threw that ball low and away, the receiver was the only one that was going to get this. Look, it's great view there by our crew. What a great job. Camera work by our outstanding crew to see Foot pull that one in for 6. And the Vikings point after is up, and it's right down Broadway. So Tennessee High scores on their opening drive. It's 7-0 Vikings. You're watching Friday Night Rival, powered by your local Toyota dealer. Heck of a throw by Johnson.
At Friendship Ford of Bristol, we want to buy your car, regardless of age, mileage, or condition.
We're one of the area's only certified Kelley Blue Book buying centers.
And you don't have to trade with us. We'll buy your car cash on the spot. Come to Friendship Ford of Bristol. We're dealing.
When buying or refinancing a home, knowledge, experience, and personal service is a must. Contact us, Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. Fairway is a nationwide lender with 2 local offices, Kingsport and Johnson City, serving East Tennessee and Southwest Virginia. We have many options to choose from that we will tailor to your needs. Especially during these times, don't settle for internet lenders. Trust your local Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation offices. Call or visit our website today.
Go to friendshipcars.com to find our huge selection of Ford, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Volvo, Hyundai, Nissan, Honda, Chevy, GMC, Buick, or even Indian motorcycles. Only at friendshipcars.com. We're dealing.
Tonight's Facebook Live game coverage is sponsored by your Tri-Cities Honda dealers.
And welcome back to the Stone Castle, everyone. P.J. Johnson along with Casey Getz. The Tennessee High Vikings recovered a fumble and marched right down the field to score a touchdown. So it's 7-0. Time now for the Toyota kickoff. Casey, you got a recap on that?
The Jason Foundation scoring drive, 5 plays, 27 yards, 2 minutes and 45 seconds off the clock. Steven Johnson to Isaiah Foot for the touchdown.
Another short kick where Abingdon will get pretty good field position. But look at that, Tennessee High special teams up to make the tackle across the 25-yard line. So Abingdon will have similar field positions to the opening kickoff.
Certainly a disastrous start so far for Abingdon, turning it over on their first offensive play, then giving up a touchdown. But the good news is still plenty of football to go for the Falcons, and we'll see Cole Lambert back out again. Luke Honaker, he started the first 2 games, also played some last week.
It's so funny with these 2 communities. Coach Chandler, of course, once coached at John Battle, so he knows a lot of these kids from their, like, Pee-wee days, Pee-wee leagues and stuff like that.
Nice catch by Peyton McClanahan. He is a big, tall receiver on the outside for Abingdon. Had a heck of a season last year. Also having a good season so far. Here's the Abingdon offense. You mentioned McClanahan. Haynes Carter is in the slot as a receiver. Malik Hounshell, he had a couple good games last year, spelling Martin Lucas at running back. He did have that early fumble, but I'd expect Hounshell to have a pretty good game here as this goes on.
So it's 2nd and short. Hounshell gets the call. Looks like he'll have plenty for the first down because it was only 2nd and 1. And it is a Bank of Tennessee first down, it appears. Here's your defense for Tennessee High. They got some talent on that side of the ball, Casey.
They do. Micah Kennedy, Grant Osborne, Nick Osborne, excuse me, Jackson Elliott, Grant Farrell, Marquise Phelps. He's been busy carrying the ball as well. And Levon Montgomery, number 20, we have not seen him on the field yet. He is on the sidelines. course, Levon is the older brother of Michael Montgomery. He changed numbers from number 3 to number 20 to honor his brother. He is on the sidelines but has not played yet tonight.
There's a big offensive play for the Falcons.
As Bishop Cook.
Bishop Cook, yes, on the call there.
Cook and Hounshaw, the 1-2 punch at running back for Abingdon. They both have a lot of talent. You see the R's on the back of the Abingdon helmets for Coach Ratcliffe.
Second and 3. Lambert to the air, and it's going to be complete again. And again, it's that big, tall receiver, McClanahan. Peyton was open, and he can haul it in.
Just want to get the ball to your playmakers in space. Just a quick 3-step drop, get it out quickly to McClanahan, and he fights for about an extra 4 or 5 yards there once an Isaiah Foot made contact. Nice drive here for Abingdon. Way to respond after turning it over on their first play.
Lambert under center. High formation. Another handoff to Bishop. Bishop Cook spinning and getting close to another first down.
He did get the first down.
A Viking, Tennessee first down.
A second effort there when he went to the ground. Watch when Cook goes down to the ground, he kind of spins and stays up and gets another 3 or 4 yards. Smart play by Bishop Cook, knowing that nothing that hit the ground counts as staying down.
Lambert under center. 1st and 10. Sweep play. Cook cuts it up. He's got a block, and he's got another Bank of Tennessee first down.
Some nice blocking out on the outside on that play for Abingdon.
Ambergy got this job 4 years ago. He has changed the culture at Abingdon. Never known as a football school, but they've had some good years under him.
Look at those blocks out front. You saw Haynes Carter one. That's a big part when you're a wide receiver. You have to be able to block as well. Early on, Abingdon's have been up to the task.
Falcons on the drive. Bishop Cook again spinning. Getting more good blocks, but he's down to the 10-yard line. They're in the red zone, ready to do something about it.
This offensive line for Abingdon getting into a flow here. Good rhythm. They've got a couple of pulling linemen on this play.
Giant hole. Number 50, Charlie Sturgill there with a great big block. I think we could have both run through that. We're in the Toyota red zone, 10-yard line, 2nd down and 5. Ambergy on the sidelines. Stay with the I formation. Little step outside. Bishop Cook spins again. And watch how he lunges. And I think he got the first down on that last spin.
And it's going to be really close here to see. It looks like they're going to call it just short of the first down marker. In fact, it is. It's going to be 3rd and inches, but he is tough to bring down.
Great shot by our camera crew. Show you just short of that 5-yard line. Bishop Cook getting most of the carries on this drive and doing a lot with it. Number 24.
I wouldn't think Lambert would do a quarterback sneak with his leg.
Not when you got Bishop Cook doing that. He goes off the left tackle. I think he got that first down pretty easily.
He did. Now, they certainly have been running the ball well with Bishop Cook, and this might be a part where you maybe want to throw it up to McClanahan. Potentially here. Keep an eye on number 20 for Abingdon. He's a big target. Do a little fade to him or back shoulder pass.
Foot is one of the cornerbacks out there. If he's matched up against McClanahan, there's a great size advantage. Lambert with that. You know, you stay with it because that man is cooking. Bishop Cook for a touchdown, a Toyota touchdown.
Bishop Cook went about 6 or 7 straight carries on that drive. Again, some more pulling linemen. They're looking for somebody to block. Bishop Cook does the rest for the touchdown. Abingdon is an extra point away from tying it up.
They really made it look easy on that drive. They certainly did. Nothing fancy about it. And now the Falcons will come up, trying to tie it up. Toby Reed on for the extra point. Reed boots it up, and he boots it good. So we're all tied up 7 apiece. 7-7 here in the Stone Castle. You're watching Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers.
Here are 5 big reasons to buy a Toyota Tacoma. Number 5, it's been the best-selling truck for like ever. Because number 4, it's got powerful off-road capabilities. 3, Tacoma's got the best resale value. Not like you're ever gonna sell it because number 2, it's way too much fun to drive. And the number 1 reason, a great selection of great Toyota deals. Like 2.49 financing up to 72 months on Tacoma. Plus 2 years no-cost maintenance. 5 big reasons to buy a Tacoma. Toyota, let's go places.
I love this place. It's where I chose to live, and I want to help it thrive. In fact, I even took an oath to do just that. I'm a physician at HMG's new Primary Care and Diagnostic Center in Johnson City. I could have worked somewhere else, but I chose to be a part of this physician-led medical group because I wanted a voice in how my neighbors are cared for. We all have choices in life, and they matter. My choice is to be a health partner for life and advocate for you every day.
Back here at the Stone Castle, we're all tied up 7 apiece. Casey, you got the Jason Foundation scoring summary for us?
We do. 10 plays, 73 yards, 5:01 time of possession, and Bishop Cook had 7 carries for 48 yards. Coming into this game, in the first 3 games for Abingdon, Cook had 21 carries for 173 yards and 3 touchdowns, and he had a third of his season carries in this possession.
It was the Cook show. He did a great job, and we're all tied at 7 as we get ready for another Toyota kickoff. So we've seen both offenses. Both offenses have moved the ball relatively easy. We could have a great shootout tonight.
That'd be a lot of fun. 2 weeks ago, we had 106 points scored between Virginia High and Patrick Henry. Lavon Montgomery is now in the game, back to receive this kick, so we did not see him on the first possession on offense or defense for Tennessee High, but he is out there.
He's deep next to Foot. Awaiting Reed. Just teeing it up.
Great student section on hand tonight.
We mentioned it's homecoming, so it's a very festive atmosphere here at Tennessee Viking land, the Stone Castle. Beautiful facility. They've added a lot to this over the years. Got the turf field now, the beautiful field house. Got the great big scoreboard, video scoreboard. I mean, this is first class.
The ball is falling off the tee on Mr. Reed here, so there's no wind tonight, so not sure what the issue was, but hopefully this time we'll be good to go.
Absolutely perfect tonight as our Toyota kickoff gets it underway, and that could go out of bounds. Oh, no, it stays in, and now Tennessee High is going to be in the hole as Foot tries to run it out. He's got a block now if he can get to the corner, but can he? He's run out of bounds. Really, he made the most out of nothing there.
He did a great job to get that ball back to around the 20-yard line because it looked like Tennessee High was going to start this drive inside the 5 or 10 here. But
remember, that ball is live once it goes 10 yards, so that could have been the world's longest onside kick. A lot of kids forget about that. They think, oh, you know, but that ball is alive. You have to be on it. And so Foot did the right thing to pick it up and try to scoot all you can. So Johnson's back in the game at quarterback to see if he can unknot us. We're all tied at 7. First down and 10 for the Vikings. As Casey said, Montgomery now in the game for the first time in the slot. Handoff in the backfield. No going there as that Falcon defense was all over the running back, Josh Bell.
Number 29, Josh Bell on the carry.
This is the second game between these two schools in the last 3 years. In 2019, they played here at the Castle. Tennessee High won that one 35-9. Last year, they were supposed to play, but with the VHSL moving the football season to the spring, that game obviously could not be played.
Both coaches say, you know, they'd like to play more. Maybe it will develop into quite the rivalry. Johnson, little flare out to the flat, and boy, a great broken tackle run there. Again, that big target, Austin DeGuerre was out there, and as soon as he caught it, the defense was on him, but he was able to break away for a short gain.
The Peyton McClanahan was the defender for Abingdon that had a chance to stick him here for a loss, but he bounces off DeGuerre, turns it into a positive play. Now it's 3rd and 6 for Tennessee High instead of 3rd and 11, so that's a big play by DeGuerre. Anything is really in the playbook here on 3rd and 6. If it was 3rd and 11, it'd have to be an obvious pass, but now, I mean, the run is not out of the equation here for Tennessee High on 3rd and 6.
Johnson hits his own running back. Now he's going to try to escape, throws it out, and it's low and incomplete. So that play was messed up from the get-go.
Yeah, there was a miscommunication between Johnson and Montgomery. They ran into each other, threw the timing off on that play. I'm not sure if that was going to be a handoff to Montgomery or if that was just going to be a play action. But either way, now it's going to be 4th down. As you watch, Johnson's going to turn to his right, and Montgomery was on his left, and they kind of ran into each other. Did a good job just trying to get a chance to complete a pass, but Vikings going to have to be in punt formation now.
McClanahan back to receive this punt. DeGuerre will punt it away. The ball is straight up in the air. And now it's going to take a wicked kick to the left, and Abingdon's going to get great field position.
Yeah, that's only going to be about a 21, 22-yard punt for Tennessee High. And it looks like Cole Lambert is going to come out for a 3rd possession.
Talking it over with the coach. Lambert, of course, comes from a very athletic family. Hey, we want to talk about Tennessee Tough, our unsung hero. We've already got our eyes on some folks, Casey.
Well, Cole Lambert would be one of them. Again, what he's gone through, he had a pretty bad leg injury in June, so just 3.5 months ago that cut his baseball season short. Now he's back out here for the starting quarterback for the Falcons in game number 4.
You know, most people, when they break their leg, aren't too eager to be tackled. He was signing up for it, though. He told Emberge, I will be back. And he worked his tail off. As I said, his family, very athletic. His father, David, played at Emory and Henry. And his mother, Brooke, also a volleyball player at Emory and Henry.
Abingdon sticking with that ground game. They had a lot of success on that previous drive with Bishop Cook having 48 yards on 7 carries. This time, Malik Hounshell is the tailback for the Falcons.
It's nice to have options. You have 2 good tailbacks. You got some of the blockers that Abingdon does. Great big hole again. And again, another run by Hounshell.
Hounshell, he had 34 carries for 203 yards and 4 touchdowns coming into tonight so far. So between Hounshell and Cook, they had 7 touchdowns, close to 400 yards rushing, 55 carries. It is a 1-2 punch. Hounshell getting a little more of the carries so far, but the way Bishop Cook has played so far tonight, I think if they're rotating series, that'll really keep those guys fresh and wear out the defense into the second half.
That was a Bank of Tennessee 1st down. Now Lambert's going to, no, it's not Lambert in there. That's Honaker in there.
Lucas Honaker, he's a freshman. He's the backup quarterback, but for a freshman, he was the starter for Abingdon at the beginning of the season. Certainly, I'm sure back in the spring, you know, I mean, he was in the 8th grade when they played the spring season. Then he goes into high school and think, okay, well, Cole will be back. But then when he got hurt, quarterback competition there was, and Honaker, the freshman, gets the start for the varsity team.
Honaker's going to keep it, and he's got nowhere to go. And all of a sudden, this Abingdon offense is stalled.
Abingdon does not have to run another play here with just 10 seconds left in the first quarter. I wouldn't be surprised if they just let this clock run out and talk it over before a 3rd and long.
That's exactly what's going to happen. And we played 1 quarter of football here in the Stone Castle. It's Abingdon 7, Tennessee High 7. You're watching Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers.
Go to friendshipcars.com to find our huge selection of Ford, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Volvo, Hyundai, Nissan, Honda, Chevy, GMC, Buick, or even Indian motorcycles. Only at friendshipcars.com. We're dealing.
Huddle up, football fans. Huddle up close. Hear the heartbeats and the beats of drums, the adrenaline and the calm, the sounds of nature and of nurture, of belonging and long passing. Every yard, every field, every blade of grass, from mountaintops to downtown shops. This is our community, and we are proud to be part of it. Bank of Tennessee, this is home.
What's that?
It's a new little meatball sandwich from Pal's. 4 juicy half-ounce meatballs covered in a thick marinara sauce and melty shredded white cheddar cheese on a hot dog bun.
Woo! Where's mine? I guess we're going back to Pal's. Yeah!
Y'all better hurry. The little meatball sandwich is only here for a limited time. Pal's, great food in a flash.
All trophies and plaques for WCYB's Friday Night Rivals are provided by Eddie's Trophies and Gift Shop in Bristol. Eddie's Trophies also offers medals, plaques, acrylics, glass, and crystal pieces for your business, school, or sports team. That's Eddie's Trophy and Gift Shop online at eddiestrophies.com.
At Foundations Integrated Medical and Sports Health, we focus to build a foundation on optimal health and function at every stage of life. See us for chiropractic, sports injuries, joint injuries, and even weight loss. Call us at 276-591-5448.
At Friendship Ford of Bristol, we want to buy your car, regardless of age, mileage, or condition.
We're one of the area's only certified Kelley Blue Book buying centers.
And you don't have to trade with us. We'll buy your car cash on the spot. Come to Friendship Ford of Bristol. We're dealing.
Welcome back to the Stone Castle, everyone. The Sky 5 drone high above Tennessee High tonight. Give you a good view of what's going on, and I'll tell you what's going on. Abingdon's got a drive together, but it's 3rd and 14. And now Cole Lambert is back on the field after going to the bench for a couple plays. Lambert's back, and he's going to wing it. And he's going to be picked off. Tennessee High's got a path to the end zone, but some great tackling by Abingdon prevents a touchdown. Some great defense there by the Vikings.
Jackson Elliott with the interception on 3rd and long. A big play for Tennessee High. Their second turnover they've already got on defense. Elliott just steps right in underneath the route there. It was Peyton McClanahan that was cutting in. Elliott came from the other side. Stepped right in front of it, picked it off. Nice play by Jackson Elliott.
First down for the Vikings. Steven Johnson from the shotgun. And there's a handoff to Montgomery. He went nowhere.
Paul Widener on the stop for Abingdon's first quarter stats. PJ, Abingdon 87 total yards, just 29 for Tennessee High. The Falcons had the ball for almost 7.5 minutes of the first quarter. Tennessee High had it for just over 4.5 minutes. 64 rushing yards for Abingdon, 48 of those belonging to Bishop Cook.
All right. Now Tennessee High is trying to answer, but it's going to be 2nd and 14. Another straight handoff to Montgomery. Kind of hops and skips for a couple.
Third and long for Tennessee High. After that interception, the Vikings would love to get some more points on the scoreboard. When you get turnovers, if you can convert them, that is big momentum. Changing plays for your team, get a lot of energy, momentum on your side. Got 3 receivers at the top of the screen here. Let's see if they maybe work up there. If they go to the bottom where it's one-on-one.
See if Johnson's up to the challenge. 3rd and 12. Johnson back to throw. He'll throw it out in the flat, and it's dropped. That was Montgomery. So it'll be 4th down and long.
It's a good job by the Abingdon defense after the turnover. They force a 3 and out.
Nice punt by Tennessee High. Fair catch by Abingdon. They'll have it 1st and 10. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers.
Here are 5 big reasons to buy a Toyota RAV4. Number 5, best-selling SUV in America. 4, fun, adventurous, versatile. Number 3, it's available as an extremely quick hybrid. 2, compatible with all your devices. Play Ethan's playlist. That's what I'm talking about. And the number 1 reason, a great selection of great Toyota deals, like 2.49 financing plus $750 finance cash with new vehicles arriving daily. 5 big reasons to buy a RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
Citizens Bank is a locally owned and operated bank serving communities in East Tennessee. The bank was established in 1934 with 3 guiding principles at its foundation: assurance of safety to depositors, a high standard of service to customers, and a genuine desire to serve the community. These principles are the core factor in the success that has lasted over 85 years and grown Citizens Bank to the renowned financial institution it is today. To learn more about Citizens Bank, visit citizensbank24.com.
Tonight's Facebook Live game coverage is sponsored by your Tri-Cities Honda dealers.
Back here at Tennessee High, the Stone Castle, you see some of the offensive linemen getting some help from their coaches to explain, hey, what's going on? Why can't we move the ball? Abingdon's trying to figure out how they moved it so easily on their second drive, I should say, and struggled on their 3rd drive. They're trying to put something together deep in their own territory, and Lambert fumbles again, and it looks like Tennessee High may have jumped on it. They have.
Oh, what a disaster for Abingdon. It looks like that was Daniel Chapdelaine that came up with the ball for Tennessee High. The 3rd turnover already for Abingdon. The 2nd one deep in their own end. And that was number 30, Daniel Chapdelaine, the senior linebacker, with the fumble recovery. And Tennessee High now going to start this drive at the 11. PJ, they have to get this one in the end zone here.
That was a true gift there. It looked like Lambert pulled out a little quicker than normal, and the center just didn't complete the snap. The ball popped loose, and Tennessee High tried to take advantage now. 1st down and 10, deep in Falcon territory. From the spread, from the shotgun. Johnson, hands off. Montgomery hits a wall, goes nowhere. Big guys in there, including Eli Singleton, saying, no way. Caden Houshel also in there, saying, no way, you're not going anywhere, big fella.
Deshaun Lucas. I mean, just nowhere to go for Montgomery. 2nd down for Tennessee High. And, you know, when they were in the red zone the first time, Johnson threw that nice touchdown pass to Isaiah Foote. The Foote is not in the game on this 2nd down play.
Shotgun formation again. Johnson waiting for the snap. Fakes the handoff. He's going to gun it over the middle. He's got it complete. Montgomery's down to the goal line.
Because a late flag comes in.
There was a little extracurricular activity, as they say.
It's definitely after the play, so we'll see here. It looks like the mark has him maybe just short of the 1st down. It's really close, whether it's going to be 3rd and inches or 1st and goal, but certainly that will change here with a penalty going one way or the other. If it's against Abingdon, it'll be 1st and goal. They are going to say it's a 1st down.
Here's your call.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense. That'll be penalized half a distance to the goal. 1st down.
Certainly, Coach Amberg, you're not going to be happy with the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. However, if you're going to have one, it's not bad to have it when the other team's on your 1 yard line, because it moves half the distance. So yardage-wise, not a big penalty yardage-wise.
That's your Toyota 1st down.
Great shot of where the ball is there, and
the proverbial knocking on the door. Come on in. That's what the Viking fans are saying.
Late player runs on the field for Tennessee High. That was Grant Farrell.
Boy, that Abingdon defense up to the challenge.
That was Charlie Sturgill, number 50, with the big stop. Charlie's grandfather, Rhett, I know he's at the game tonight. He always watches our games on Fridays and will send us notes on occasion. He said he was actually going to be in attendance tonight, but maybe on the replay he'll watch tomorrow.
There's the big fella. 6'2", 243. Couple of biscuits.
His older brother is Jake Sturgill, who was the great quarterback at Abingdon a couple years ago.
Yeah. So that was Phelps that time. They tried to run that Wildcat play again. They tried it twice. Once they jumped offside, second time stopped for no gain. Maybe even a loss. It was a loss.
They're going to do it again here out of the Wildcat.
If first you don't succeed, give it to him again. This time with some blockers out there. But look at Abingdon come up and stop him short again. Who was that in the backfield? One of the defensive backs just knifed in there and changed that play.
I think that might have been Lucas Honecker, number 3, who really set the edge right there.
Yeah, that changed everything. Great play by Honecker.
There was a flag.
It was a late flag, and Abingdon is clapping, so maybe there was...
Tennessee High's backing up.
Tennessee High had this ball on the half-yard line, and now they're going to end up with what, on the 16? Holy cow.
On the offense, number 62. 10-yard penalty for the spot and foul. Still second down.
There's not supposed to be math with this job. We don't like to go in reverse.
He's second and goal now from the 16-yard line. Now Steven Johnson back in.
Hats off to this Abingdon defense. Man. There should be another flag there. It looked like somebody jumped. Johnson's going to roll out. He's got nowhere to go, but somehow he knifes it over to Gear for a short completion.
Yeah, I think this officiating crew missed that one. There looked like there was some contact from Abingdon jumping across the line.
From our point of view, it was pretty clear, but yeah, no flag on the play. And I'm not sure if Johnson thought they jumped because he was kind of casual about it as well. Keep your eye on these linemen here on the left side. Right there, you see.
Right over the ball.
Yeah, the nose guard jumped there. But they didn't call it, so it didn't happen. That was Houndshield, the big fella in the middle. All right. What do we got? 3rd and goal. Steven Johnson says, give me the ball. He's going to roll to the right. He's got pressure. He's going to be thrown down for a big loss at the 20-yard line.
He was sacked there by Sturgill.
Seemed like he and Sturgill were jawing back and forth about something.
Now your Tennessee High, I mean, PJ, this drive started at the 11, and there's the sack by Sturgill.
I don't know if Johnson didn't like the way he pulled him down.
And they got it all the way down to inside the 1, and now it's 4th and goal from the 20. The Vikings going to try a long field goal here. Cardoso.
Matthias Cardoso with the kick. It's up. And it's no good, just off. Looked like he had the leg for it, Case.
That was about a yard short. Right on line, but again, just a little bit short, but really a tough end of that drive for Tennessee High.
All right, we're still tied at 7 after the missed field goal. Back with more of Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers after this.
At Friendship Ford of Bristol, we want to buy your car, regardless of age, mileage, or condition.
We're one of the area's only certified Kelley Blue Book buying centers.
And you don't have to trade with us. We'll buy your car cash on the spot. Come to Friendship Ford of Bristol. We're dealing.
From the Bank of Marion, our new Platinum Rewards credit cards. Earn rewards points for every retail purchase you make. Redeem your points for brand name merchandise, travel, fuel discounts, or cash back. Our Platinum Rewards credit card is contactless. Just tap and go. No annual fee and the security of chip technology. Details at bankofmarionva.com or stop by any of our branches throughout the region for an application form.
Go to friendshipcars.com to find our huge selection of Ford, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Volvo, Hyundai, Nissan, Honda, Chevy, GMC, Buick, or even Indian motorcycles. Only at friendshipcars.com. We're dealing.
Welcome back to the Stone Castle, everyone, for Friday Night Rivals. Tennessee High and Abingdon locked up in a really good one. Coming up at halftime, we'll have the Friendship Ford halftime show. We'll have lots of features for you, some special stuff. Casey, as always, will recap some of the great plays of the first half. That'll be at the halftime Friendship Ford halftime show. And while we're welcoming folks, hey, if you're out there in Facebook land, thanks for watching tonight. We always appreciate our viewers on Facebook. Tri-Cities Honda helps out with that. Thank you, Tri-Cities Honda. Here we go. Lambert hands off. And again, it's that man that did so much damage earlier.
It's Malik Hounshell.
Hounshell, the 1-2 punch. Bishop Cook and Hounshell doing a lot of the groundwork tonight. Another Toyota first down.
A missed tackle by Tennessee High that could have kept this about a 2-yard run right there. Hounshell breaks that off and then gets about another 15 yards on the play. And if you're Abingdon, you have to feel really good about things, considering you are -3 in the turnover differential, and this is a tie ball game.
No kidding. And both turnovers have been pretty deep in their own territory, right?
2 of the 3 have, yes.
Yeah. Hounshell getting about 5 yards a clip. You know, my high school football coach always thought if you could get 5 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards on second down, then, you know, you got 3rd and short, puts you in a great position. A lot of coaches like that philosophy. They'll take 5 yards on first down all day.
One of your high school teammates used that philosophy as a coach, right?
He certainly did. He certainly did. Coach Paul Johnson of Georgia Tech. Paul's living the fat life now, playing a lot of golf and not getting yelled at anymore. Good pass there by Lambert. It's going to be complete as he found his receiver out in the flat for a good gain.
As Lucas Brooks. And that was a dangerous pass. That looked like it was almost going to be intercepted.
Yeah, Lambert put a little something on that one to make sure it got there. But, yeah, he was throwing it in some scary territory. Five minutes and 45 seconds left here in the second quarter. Abingdon trying to just run this ball down the field. There's that handoff. This time it's Cook. Cook turns to the corner, cuts back to the middle, and he'll get up to the 40-yard line for another first down. Another Toyota first down. Bishop Cook looks like he just glides across that gridiron, Casey.
Yeah, Cook and Hounshell both are seniors, experienced. They've waited their turn behind Martin Lucas, who, you know, certainly a star running back for Abingdon. Hounshell last year did see a lot of playing time in relief, and in fact, in their first playoff game last year against Carroll County, Martin Lucas did not play. So Hounshell, I think he had 2 or 3 touchdown runs in that game.
Well, it continues to work, so why not keep handing it off? That is Hounshell that time. You mentioned Martin Lucas. He's at William & Mary now. He's been hampered by a hamstring, but Coach was telling me he's hopeful to play this weekend. It was great to see the local kids play on the college level, so let's hope he gets some action at, as I say, Bill and Mary.
And Deshaun Lucas, number 55 for Abingdon, that is the younger brother of Martin Lucas. So there's the family lineage of many players in this Abingdon football team. Haynes Carter's another one.
Yeah, we've seen the Carter family. Of course, his sister was the star basketball player, what, 3 years ago?
2 or 3 years ago. She's at Tennessee Tech.
Yeah. So great athletic family, the Carters. Mr. Carter, of course, played at Emory and Henry. Here we go. It's Cook up the middle for another Toyota first down. They're just going to grind it out.
They can continue to do this. You would think that is really going to help them in the second half, because this Tennessee High defensive front will be worn down. They're rotating these backs. These offensive linemen are really leaning on this Viking defensive front. And you just do that time after time. It's going to wear down in the second half. Look for maybe Abingdon. These runs, they're already getting 7, 8, 9 yards. Maybe in the second half, they're going to start getting a little more and break a really big one.
Abingdon has about 900 students. Tennessee High probably just a little over 1,000. So size difference, not as much as you might think. That's, again, Cook getting the call off the right side. And I think this could really develop into a really good rivalry, Casey. You never know with how these, conference things go. Sometimes you have to play so many conference games that you can't schedule stuff like this. But I love to see it when Tennessee plays Virginia.
And for Abingdon, they're in the Mountain 7 district, and it's hard because they're the only Class 3 school in Southwest Virginia. So it's good because, for them, Tennessee High would be a Class 3 school in Virginia as well. So this helps them out come playoff time when they have to play those Roanoke schools.
Right.
I mean, certainly they are in a tough division with Union and Central, Ridgeview. There's some really good programs, but it's good to play these bigger schools.
There he goes. Bishop Cook getting that first down, staying on his feet. He's down to the 5-yard line. Oh, man, I thought that man had bought a first-class ticket to the end zone for a second there.
It's like he has Crisco on his jersey or something, because defenders are just kind of sliding off him here.
That's a good way to describe him. He's very slippery. I mean, he breaks a tackle there. He breaks a tackle there. He's going to break one more and falls forward. Just like they coach it up.
That's Daniel Chapdelaine, who recovered that fumble earlier for Tennessee High, coming off this field. Kind of holding his right side.
Three minutes left here in the first half. Abingdon knocking on the door. We're in the Toyota red zone. You're at the 6. They didn't quite give him to the 5-yard line. I mean, this Abingdon offensive line, I mean, they got some big-sized kids on there. They're moving Tennessee High out of the way. Lambert still at quarterback.
Hounchel's in at running back now.
And that time, somebody did move. I think it was Tennessee High that jumped across, though.
I think you're right, PJ.
That's going to make it a little easier if that's the call. We'll get the call here from the official.
Prior to the snap, encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Replay the down.
Now this changes what you can do. I mean, they're going to be down on the 1-yard line, it looks like. I think they gave them more than half the distance.
I don't think it's going to change anything. I think it's going to be a running play regardless, or who it is, the way they've been moving the ball on the ground.
There goes Hounshill waiting for the call.
I think he's a little short.
2nd and goal. And ideally for Abingdon, this is the perfect situation. Let the clock run down so Tennessee High can't do anything with it if you do score and kick off.
Yeah, if Abingdon does not score on 2nd down, I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Chandler calls a timeout to maybe try and give his offense just a little bit of time here. But certainly Abingdon is not going to be in a hurry to snap this ball as it clock's under 2 minutes. And it's sitting on the 1-yard line. In fact, Abingdon might even take a timeout here.
You mentioned a minute ago the Tennessee High defense is going to be tired. You could see in that shot there, breathing heavy. They played most of this first half.
Yeah, Abingdon's just waiting for this clock to run down, and they're going to take their first timeout of the half to talk things over. And there we have it.
And we do have that timeout. That gives us a chance to check in with our good friends at Fairway Financial.
This financial literacy tip is brought to you by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation.
Having the financial discipline to live within your means is going to be a valuable asset in regards to building your retirement and determining when you can retire. Keeping up with the Joneses, but not really being able to afford those luxuries is one of the biggest reasons households fall on tough financial times. So following a monthly budget, controlling spending, and solid financial decisions is essential for financial stability. The first question I ask home buying prospect is not how much they actually qualify for, it's how much are you comfortable with paying each month for a house payment. With this figure, we can work on a maximum price that a home buyer is comfortable with and can afford. We all want financial security, so always remember to live within your means.
To learn more about Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, go to homeloansbyfairway.com.
Fairway Independent Mortgage, we appreciate your support. 7-7, a minute 33 left, 2nd and goal. Garrett Amberge knows the play he wants to run. Abingdon got a little help from Tennessee High when they jumped off sides, but I don't think anything special there, Casey. They've run it any way they wanted to.
Absolutely. You know, with Lambert at quarterback, I think you may want to protect him and not do quarterback sneaks. In fact, Lambert's not even in the game right now. I believe it's Lucas Honecker. Now that he's in the game, I would not be surprised if it's a quarterback sneak with Honecker in the game.
That's what it is, and you see the old full backfield there, too. He got the little push in for an easy Abingdon touchdown. A Toyota touchdown for the Falcons here in the Stone Castle.
That's really smart by this coaching staff. I mean, you want to protect Cole Lambert. You put the freshman in there. He's got 2 good knees. Let him get the quarterback sneak and get pushed from behind there.
Great job by that Abingdon offensive line to open up the holes. They made it really look easy as they marched down the field. Toby Reed on now for the extra point.
Coach Amber, he's going to call another timeout. He's not happy with the...
I'm not sure they had the right number of kids on the field. We're going to take a quick break for this.
We lose a young person to suicide every 90 minutes. Tennessee won't be silent. Will you? For more information, visit tnwon'tbesilent.com.
Still decision time here for the Abingdon Falcons. Not sure. It looked like they had too many men on the field, and Coach caught that, so we got them over there. It's 13-7 right now. Extra point's going to, of course, be big, so they want to get it right.
Yeah, you never think, all right, what's the big deal in the second quarter, but points always have a way to come back and haunt you there, so you want to make sure, again, you don't want to have a penalty here for too many men on the field, and you can't take the timeouts with you to the second half, so you might as well use them if you got them.
Right. So now we'll try it again with Toby Reed in his mark set. Xander Brown holding. Nope. My mistake. Jack Ferguson holding. There goes the kick. It's up and good. And the Falcons now lead it 14-7. You're watching Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers.
Toyota and your local Toyota dealer are combining resources to support our area high schools. We stand together as community partners for our high school athletes and their families to help schools and students get the most out of their high school years. Toyota is proud to join News 5 WCYB, Fox 39 WEMT, and Tri-Cities CW to provide each host team with a charitable donation to their school. Proudly presented by Toyota and your local Toyota dealer. Tonight's donation goes to the Tennessee High Vikings.
And we appreciate all the nice folks here at Tennessee High. Here is your Jason Foundation scoring summary, I should say.
10 plays, 80 yards, 5 minutes, 25 seconds off the clock. A 1-yard touchdown run from Lucas Honecker on the ground. Malik Hounshell, 7 carries, 46 yards. 11 carries, 89 yards for Bishop Cook. And the Abingdon students made this short trip down the interstate.
And they're ready. And they love to be on TV.
Hounshell and Cook, PJ, they have 135 rushing yards on 18 carries between the two of them.
That is surprising. They're nothing fancy. They're running right at Tennessee High, and the Vikings have not been able to stop them. Got a Toyota kickoff for 1:30. The question is, Casey, does Tennessee High have enough to run down the field and get us some sort of a score before the half?
They have the time. Certainly this kickoff will help. You know, they can get it out past the 30-yard line, make it a shorter field, but they do have plenty of time with all their timeouts.
It's going to be a short kick, so they're going to get good field position. Here come the Vikings down the way, and boy, there goes a hard hit. That ball looked like it came out, but they got it. It's the Toyota drive of the game. That's what we live for. It's always in the fourth quarter. Our computers are already churning through all those stats. We've got experts in 3 continents trying to figure out who in the world is going to be the Toyota drive of the game. We'll have that for you, of course, coming up later in the fourth quarter. So Tennessee High runs on the field with less than 1.5 minutes to play. Can they march down the field? This is going to be a great test for their senior quarterback, Steven Johnson. Johnson from the shotgun. Expect him to sling it all over the field here, and that's what he's going to do. He hits Foot out in the flat, and Foot gets it out to about the 40.
And wisely gets out of bounds. That stops the clock. Nice play by the senior Isaiah Foot to get out of bounds, knowing time, where you're at on the field. And I think the clock did not stop, and that's what the officials now just noticed, that the clock ran
a little more than it should have.
Please reset the game clock to 1:14.
That's why the officials keep the field, or keep the time on the field, just in case that does happen. Try to get every second they can.
Certainly not a home field clock operator here tonight. Don't really hurting the home team here in this drive, but every second valuable here, so that's extra 13 seconds. Tennessee High will desperately take that.
1 minute, 14 seconds.
Have it at 11.4. That would really be bad for Tennessee High.
I think so. That's the young linebacker.
That was Chapdelaine who went out there. Yeah, he
looks like he's got a shoulder, ice on his shoulder there.
Look at the tape all around the hands and the fingers.
Yeah, that's a true linebacker for you there, baby. Blood and guts. There's Johnson. He's going to drop back to his 30. Now he's going to roll to the right, and he's in trouble. He fakes one guy out. Now he's going to loft it downfield. He's got a receiver wide open. It's Montgomery cutting it over to the middle. Did we say you could score? Yes, we have time, says Tennessee High. Amazing.
I don't know how he was not past the line of scrimmage. That's what the Abingdon coaching staff is going nuts on the sideline. Stephen Johnson looked like he was a couple yards beyond the line of scrimmage. And Garrett Amberg is running down the field. He cannot believe there's not a penalty call here.
He is going crazy. We'll get a shot of him here in a second. There he is. Amberg is like, oh, he was way over the line of scrimmage.
And they threw a flag now. They might be a sideline warning against Abingdon here. But, again, just from the naked eye for me, Stephen Johnson looked like he was well beyond the line of scrimmage.
Sideline warning, Abingdon. That's their first of the half.
So a sideline warning, no penalty there. Here, we've got our crack staff on it. Now, here's Johnson. It's going to be hard to see, but we'll have to
kind of size up a couple different angles here. That extra point is good. The touchdown, though, went to Levon Montgomery.
And Montgomery made a great move to cut it back to the middle. He just outran everybody. So here's Johnson. And that appears to be the line of scrimmage right there.
I mean, he looks like he's close to
4 yards over it. Yeah. Wow.
So a big momentum swing for Tennessee High. I think they maybe get a break, but that is part of sports.
Yeah, I mean, credit to Johnson. I mean, he did not panic. He had 3 guys. He sidestepped one. It looked like he was going to run for it. Then he saw Montgomery was all alone because the defense came up to stop it.
You saw where the ball was snapped inside the 40-yard line.
Right.
So now he's at the 30.
He's at the 30.
Now he's past the 35.
Oh, you know what? He might not have been. He might not have been.
I think it was closer. I still think he was ahead of the line of scrimmage, but I think it was closer than I initially thought it was.
Yeah. Wow. So there you go. This is what happens when you got a crack staff. We give you all the angles, and now we're going to give you the Jason Foundation drive summary.
2 plays, 67 yards, took 44 seconds. Stephen Johnson throwing that one to Levon Montgomery, and all of a sudden we got a tie game here with 56 seconds left.
Well, I asked you the question. We had like a minute and less than a minute and a half. Did Tennessee High have enough ammo in the gun to go down and score? I guess we got our answer.
We did, yes. 2 plays. Turns out they had more than enough time. Maybe if the clock was 11 seconds, the half would have been over, and that would have been a walk-off touchdown at halftime.
Oh, man. Oh, we love high school football. Love the competition. Got a great one tonight. We got the Sky 5 drone up flying. We got Ricky. We got Keith flying a drone tonight, doing a great job as always. And we got a Toyota Kickoff for you now. And Abingdon's going to get it. Going to run it up to about 35-yard line or so. McClanahan on the return.
Now we'll see what.
Hey, we're proud to once again be one of the stations that will show you the Blue Cross Bowl, which is all the championship games from the state of Tennessee, Casey. This is really a good thing.
And this year, new location, no longer in Cookeville. They've moved them to Chattanooga this year. You got the Division II schools on Thursday, December 2nd. Friday is 3, 1, and 5, and then 4, 2, and 6A. Certainly, Northeast Tennessee has had a team play in this game the last 4 years in Class 4A.
Yeah, the only thing that would make it better is if we were doing the games. I'm still campaigning. So there goes our man Cook off the right side, who's had such a great first half.
Cook stayed in bounds, so that clock continues to run. Abingdon's going to have to take a big shot here if they're going to try and score before the half.
Hamburg, he's calling into play, and now Abingdon jumps off sides. Is that Carter?
That was Haynes Carter that started.
False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Terrific action here in the first half, all tied up, 14-14. We've seen the run-of-the-mill up-the-middle play. We've seen the spectacular rollout and long touchdowns. We've had a little bit of it all. And we're going to have even more coming up on the Friendship Ford halftime report. We just can't wait for that second half. How's this one going to end? Well, how's the first half going to end? 22 seconds, and here we go. Cook up the middle, breaks loose. Now he's going to turn on the Jets, and now Abingdon's knocking on the door. Did they have time?
Timeout. Yeah, Abingdon racing to call their final timeout of the half.
Well, Bishop Cook has been a difference maker here in the first half. This guy, slippery, elusive, speedy. Say what you want. A lot of adjectives can describe number 24, but he is tough. He was about one block away.
The ball now at the 48-yard line at Tennessee High with 15 seconds left. So Abingdon has no timeouts. Certainly they cannot throw it short of the first down marker in the playing field. They have to get out of bounds, but they're going to have to take a pretty good throw down here to, if I'm Coach Amberg, I would try and get something using the sidelines. You would, ideally with 15 seconds, you might have enough time to run 2 offensive plays. So I would be looking at probably going to need to get 25, 30 yards on this play to maybe get yourself in field goal range. Or if not, if this play is incomplete or you only get minimal, then you could set up just a Hail Mary, throw it in the end zone.
You've got McClanahan, the big, tall, rangy receiver. You got the speedy Carter out there in the slot.
The one thing that Lambert can't do is he can't scramble around and use up the whole clock unless this play is going to be designed to throw it in the end zone.
Remembering the guys we lost this week. Lambert under pressure. He's hit hard. He throws it up, and it's incomplete. Hey, next week's game, we're going to Carter County.
South Green Rebels versus the Hampton Bulldogs. Friday, October 1st on Fox 39 WEMT. Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, driven by your local Toyota dealer.
Now that is a game Casey circled on his calendar way, way, way long ago.
We did have a holding penalty against Abingdon on that play, so any chance Abingdon had of scoring here is unless play like we just saw Tennessee High have. But yeah, next week we Carter County. Certainly we had that game last year down in South Green. That was one of the games of the year last year. The Rebels beat Hampton 35-31. They were both undefeated when they played last year. Hampton is undefeated this year. South Green's lost a couple, but they played bigger schools over their 2 losses. So that's going to be a heck of a game next week.
They gave Daniel Boone all they wanted. So we're looking forward to seeing our friends in Carter County up in Hampton.
Clock's running here. They got to get this off.
And it'll be the last play of the half. Lambert under a big rush, throws it over the middle, and it's going to be picked off by Tennessee High.
Look out now.
Here come the Vikings on the return. But that's all they're going to get as Abingdon holds him down, and that ends the first half. What a first half it was, too. Plenty of fireworks. 14-14. That's the end of the first half. Back with the Friendship Ford halftime report. After this, you're watching Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers.
Here are 5 big reasons to buy a Toyota Camry. Number 5, over 10 million Camrys have been built in the USA, including number 4, this road-gripping all-wheel drive Camry, which leads to number 3, the best resale value in its class. 2, Camry's a blast to drive. And the number 1 reason, a great selection of great Toyota deals, like 2.49 financing plus $750 finance cash on remaining 21 Camrys, with new vehicles arriving daily. 5 big reasons to buy a Camry. Toyota, let's go places.
When buying or refinancing a home, knowledge, experience, and personal service is a must. Contact us, Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. Fairway is a nationwide lender with 2 local offices, Kingsport and Johnson City, serving East Tennessee and Southwest Virginia. We have many options to choose from that we will tailor to your needs. Especially during these times, don't settle for internet lenders. Trust your local Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation offices. Call or visit our website today.
What's that?
It's a new little meatball sandwich from Pal's. 4 juicy half-ounce meatballs covered in a thick marinara sauce and melty shredded white cheddar cheese on a hot dog bun.
Woo! Where's mine? I guess we're going back to Pal's. Yeah!
Y'all better hurry. The little meatball sandwich is only here for a limited time. Pal's, great food in a flash.
Welcome to the Friendship Ford Halftime Report. Friendship Ford is the regional Ford headquarters with the largest selection of F-Series trucks from Knoxville to Roanoke.
Well, we've got a beautiful, beautiful view for you from the Sky 5 drone of the Stone Castle, and we've also got a great football game. Abingdon 14, Tennessee High 14, some big plays. Some great action, but right now we're going to check in with Olivia Bailey and the Marsh Propane Educator Spotlight.
This Educator Spotlight is sponsored by Marsh Propane, serving East Tennessee and Southwest Virginia.
We're back with another Educator Spotlight here for Friday Night Rivals. We're at Abingdon with their band director, Mr. Will Shell, and they have a very special performance that you might notice at halftime. Mr. Shell, just tell us a little bit about kind of the emotional connection to this.
Sure, absolutely. This year's field show was designed by Connor Bartz, and Connor lost his battle with Ewing sarcoma my first year here, actually. It was February of 2019 when he passed away, and he's a really gifted student. He was center snare, drumline captain, which are 2 top leadership positions in the drumline and the band. And he was the type of kid who we all as adults can look back and think, man, if I could have been more like this, I would have been whatever I wanted to be. And Connor was very much that type of kid who could even motivate adults just in the way that he was. He was going to get the job done no matter what it took, no matter how hard he had to work. And he was very musically gifted. His father's a band director, and that's what he wanted to do. He would have made an incredible band director. And we were sitting at a rehearsal one day, listening to some music, and he said, this would make a good field show. I said, well, you write me one. If it's any good, we'll do it. And he got sicker and sicker. And when he got to the point where he could no longer really perform or do anything, he really started to put a lot of effort into this show design. And a few weeks before he passed away, he sent me an email and said, hey, this is what I come up with. And I had forgotten about it at that point. Hey, this is what I had come up with. It's about a trip to Paris, and if I could spend a day in Paris, what I imagine that might be like. And so that's kind of how we arrived at where we are today with that.
And for you and the students performing this, what does it mean to your band to be on the field performing this show?
It's special. It's really special, especially to the kids, because I only had the pleasure of knowing Connor for about 8 months before he passed away, and he had a big impact on me, but I can only imagine, and I see it, but I can only imagine what it did for the kids in that room. And a lot of them are here because of Connor and because he mentored them and spent time with them and was a great, there's a difference between a leader and a boss, and he was very much a leader, even at a young age, and motivated people to want to be here and do their best. And you can see it when they perform, you can hear it in the emotional context they put into their music. It's really special for them, and I see it in their work ethic just about every single day. They're working harder this year than really I've ever seen them work before, and it's wonderful.
Well, Mr. Shell, thank you. And we are going to dig more into this field show and talk to some of the band members. You'll see that coming up next week on News 5. That was your Educator Spotlight here for Friday Night Rivals.
Thank you, Olivia. We've got a good one here. It's all tied at 14. You're watching the Friendship Ford Halftime Report.
1, 2, 3.
With a Honda in your garage, every summer adventure leads to another. Get an incredible summer offer on a new Honda, only at the Honda Summer Sales Event.
Ready, set, go.
Hi, I'm Philip Fulmer, and as a Tennessean like me, I'm sure you have that volunteer spirit we all share. It's that willingness to jump in and do whatever it takes to help those around you. In Tennessee, many of our young people need help to fight the silent epidemic of youth suicide, but there are those unwilling to talk about it. We need people like you to raise your voice, to not be silent. Learn more at TennesseeWon'tBeSilent.com.
Winter is coming, so don't wait to get your home ready for the cold with propane from Marsh Propane. Family owned and operated, Marsh Propane has been serving the region since 1966. Whether you're building a new home, switching over to gas heat, or just want to change your provider, Marsh Propane makes it fast and easy. Heating your home and water, cooking, or relaxing with your family, you'll never be let down by the dependability of gas. Fight the chill year-round with Marsh Propane. Service, safety, dependability.
Being a basketball coach isn't a 40-hour-a-week job. I wish it was, but sometimes it feels like it's all the hours of the week kind of job. Buddy, if there's something that saves me some time, I'm all for it.
Coach, is that my dress shampoo?
Don't judge me. Every minute I save is a precious minute I get to spend at home. That's why I love using Go-Kart curbside pickup at Food City. I order my groceries online, and they bring them right to my car in the parking lot.
Order for Barnes?
Hey, that's me.
You're watching the Friendship Ford Halftime Report. Friendship Ford is the regional Ford headquarters with the largest selection of F-Series trucks from Knoxville to Roanoke.
It is homecoming here at Tennessee High School. All the folks dressed up. A lot of pretty ladies, dressed up guys tonight. Special guests.
Escorted by Peyton Marion, son of Amy and Justin Marion.
Time now to check in with the Holston Medical Group Scholar Athlete Award.
Holston Medical Group is proud to recognize our scholar athletes, celebrating excellence in athletics and academics.
Tennessee High senior Isaiah Foote loves helping people. Foote is an all-conference football player and starter on the basketball team. He also runs track for the Vikings. He carries a 3.0 GPA, is the president of student council, and helps organize the neighborhood food drive.
All of HMG's scholar athletes have the opportunity to compete for a $5,000 scholarship to be awarded at the end of the season.
Halftime continues here at the Stone Castle. But right now, let's check in with our friends at Friendship Ford.
Back at the Friendship Ford halftime report, and Dustin, this week we want to talk about all the different vehicles that you have that you can pre-order and how easy that is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Pre-order, reservations, it's a new way of buying a car, right? So, you know, obviously inventory is a historic low. Manufacturers are producing them as fast as they can, and we've developed a lot of different ways to reserve your car, pre-order your car, build it exactly how you want it. In fact, the Ford store, when you do a reservation or a pre-order system, you get 5 years complimentary maintenance with the car. So there's incentives that go along that to help you save money, and it obviously saves you a lot of time. And most importantly, you get the car you want. You don't have to settle. You can get something you really want, And it's not just necessarily what's in stock, but what's coming in the future.
If you play sports, adversity is a name that you learn very well. And both of these teams have actually suffered through a lot of adversity.
This is a tough week and month for both teams. Of course, first, Coach Burns, my basketball coach growing up, 30 years basketball coach at Tennessee High, was instrumental in the Arby's Classic, which is an iconic event for our community. Then Coach Leonard last week, it's just a very sad story there. And of course, Micah Montgomery and his family. And I just hope the community really wraps their arms around all these families and gives them, prayer and all the care and help and uplifting and support that they need. And of course, Abingdon just recently lost a football coach as well. And our hearts are just really, really deep and saddened by what's happened over this past couple of weeks here in Abingdon and Tennessee High.
We talked about adversity. One of the things that involves families that you guys make into a positive is your Bikes for Kids program.
It's that time of year again, Bikes for Kids. Yes, sir. We like to make sure every kid has a bike under the tree that wants a bike. And so what we can encourage people to do is bring in your old bikes. We'll help refurbish them. We'll recycle them, turn that money into a new bike that we could purchase. And our goal is to work with local communities, local charities, and even just if you want to come in and put your name in, we can help get your kid a bike, and that way every kid has a bike, and it's really important to us. I feel like it's a good program.
And halftime continues here at Tennessee High, Casey, and these kids have not forgotten Micah Montgomery.
No, they're homecoming court here, remembering Micah Montgomery. This is really cool right here, what they're doing. Pretty awesome stuff.
Very awesome stuff tonight here at halftime.
Hey guys, Tara here, joined with Corey Watkins of the Jason Foundation, an organization for youth and young adult suicide prevention. And Corey, let's talk about the Tennessee Won't Be Silent campaign and why it's so important.
Absolutely. So Tennessee Won't Be Silent is our push, along with partners across the state, to reach Tennesseans with a positive message that suicide is preventable. Suicide currently is the third leading cause of death for young people 10 to 24 in our state, but it's also a leading cause of preventable death. Most individuals considering suicide do show some sign of their intentions. It might be verbally, through suicide threats. Could be behaviorally, through self-isolation or out-of-character behaviors. But we have an opportunity, if we recognize those signs, to intervene and save lives.
So if we do recognize someone showing those signs, what resources do you guys have?
So Tennessee has great resources. There's the Tennessee Crisis Line where you can call 855-CRISIS-1. You can speak to a crisis counselor in your area 24/7. You can also text TN to 741-741 and text crisis counselors, or you can visit tnwon'tbesilent.com where you can find the resources in your area and how you can become involved.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Corey.
Thank you.
And Tara, thank you. Our halftime report, sponsored by Friendship Ford, will continue right after this.
In the market for new flooring? Bristol Flooring beats the competition. Carpet, hardwood, tile, vinyl, and laminate. Bristol Flooring has the best price and the best service every day.
Save yourself some money and shop Bristol Flooring now. For the best prices in town.
What's that?
It's a new little meatball sandwich from Pal's. 4 juicy half-ounce meatballs covered in a thick marinara sauce and melty shredded white cheddar cheese on a hot dog bun.
Woo! Where's mine?
I guess we're going back to Pal's. Yeah!
Y'all better hurry. The little meatball sandwich is only here for a limited time. Pal's, great food in a flash.
If your loan isn't with Eastman Credit Union, you're missing out. Come to us for your next auto or RV loan. We'll do our best to find the loan that fits your budget and lifestyle. When you're ready for your loan, you can apply online, in a branch, or give us a call. Sign your documents from anywhere. We'll send the money when you're ready. Get 3 months with no payments, a great rate, and earn extraordinary dividends. ECU makes it convenient, and you leave happy.
Visit ECU for your next auto loan. It's what we do. Eastman Credit Union.
The first two names you heard about were A.J. Brown and Jeffrey Simmons.
Friday night, if you want to rob the bank, it'll be a good time because everybody's here.
You know how it is in Mississippi, like, you appreciate where you come from.
On signing day, it was crazy.
Everybody was either an A.J. Brown fan or a Jeffrey Simmons fan.
You can come from rural Mississippi, and you can make it anywhere.
Next time you need flooring, don't fall for the old free installation gimmick, because more than likely it's not going to be free. Bristol Flooring has low prices backed by great service every day. Come see the difference.
Save yourself some money and shop Bristol Flooring now for the best prices in town.
You're watching the Friendship Ford Halftime Report. Friendship Ford is the regional Ford headquarters with the largest selection of F-Series trucks from Knoxville to Roanoke. Educator Spotlight is sponsored by Marsh Propane, serving East Tennessee and Southwest Virginia.
Welcome back to another Educator Spotlight here on Friday Night Rivals. We are at Tennessee High School. We've got Miss Kelly Vance here with us. She's an assistant principal for the Viking Career Center. And Miss Vance, we've been talking to high schools a lot over the past few years where that career education tends to be taking more shape in each of our jurisdictions. Tell me a little bit about what you all do here at Tennessee High.
So the Viking Career Center is a brand new concept. We were able to get an innovative high school grant for about $2 million, coupled with a generous donation from Mitch Walter's family of the center on Volunteer Parkway, one of the buildings that's not being used now, the Friendship Ford building. And with that, we are taking about 10% of our population, and we will be there to kind of have a full program of academics and CTE. So we will have an automotive program. We're having a new HVAC program, which is very exciting because we haven't had that before, and a new agriculture, agri-science program. So it's going to allow us to really give some students who may not be successful in a traditional setting some options and some flexibility to work with them to really be successful in their careers or the military or even college if that's what they want to do afterwards.
And it seems like these careers that you all are focusing on are careers that they could get jobs in this area right outside of school.
Absolutely, and they're not they're jobs where they could make a living. So they're good paying jobs that require skilled workers and training, and then they can go on and receive additional training also if that's what they choose to do. But definitely jobs that are here in our area and feeling a definite need.
Well, Ms. Vance, thank you so much, and we're excited to see those students have opportunities here in our region to stay. That's another Educator Spotlight here on Friday Night Rivals.
It is homecoming here at Tennessee High. We're waiting for the junior homecoming announcement.
The junior princess is Bridget Flaherty, and the junior prince is Penny Ladd.
And of course, she was the one carrying in the jersey of Michael Montgomery, who tragically was lost in an accident at the lake. And we'll have more of the Friendship Ford Halftime Report after this.
Toyota is synonymous with trust. Everything we build is built to last longer than anyone else. That's why we can back every certified used Toyota with a 1-year comprehensive warranty, a 7-year powertrain warranty, plus 7 years roadside assistance. You can trust a certified used Toyota will handle life's adventures for years to come. Now get 1.99 financing for 60 months on any certified Camry, RAV4, Corolla, or Prius. The best new cars make the best used cars.
Citizens Bank is a locally owned and operated bank serving communities in East Tennessee. The bank was established in 1934 with 3 guiding principles at its foundation: assurance of safety to depositors, a high standard of service to customers, and a genuine desire to serve the community. These principles are the core factor in the success that has lasted over 85 years and grown Citizens Bank to the renowned financial institution it is today. To learn more about Citizens Bank, visit citizensbank24.com.
Hi, I'm Philip Fulmer, spokesperson for the Jason Foundation. I want to tell you about an exciting project that we're working on in our state. Tennessee Won't Be Silent is our push to reach Tennesseans with a positive message that suicide is preventable. We want to educate and enable our communities to reach out for help for their friends, family, and themselves. To learn how to get involved in this exciting program, visit TennesseeWon'tBeSilent.com. I won't be silent. Will you?
At Foundations Integrated Medical and Sports Health, we focus to build a foundation on optimal health and function at every stage of life. See us for chiropractic, sports injuries, joint injuries, and even weight loss. Call us at 276-591-5448.
Sinus infections, sneezing, runny nose, and allergies keeping you inside? Breathe easier and leave sinus misery behind with customized sinus solutions from Anderson Compounding Pharmacy. In stores, online, or by phone.
Thanks for watching the Friendship Ford Halftime Report. Friendship Ford is the regional Ford headquarters with the largest selection of F-Series trucks from Knoxville to Roanoke.
Congratulations to Kylie Cross and R.J. Wells, the homecoming queen and king. King and queen, I suppose. Kylie Cross and R.J. Wells. And our own homecoming king, Casey Getz, now with some first half highlights. Case, what a first half it was.
Yes, it was. Let's check out the highlights here first. Stephen Johnson to Isaiah Foot for the touchdown. Abingdon would counter with a nice drive that started in the air, but it ended on the ground.
THS Homecoming Court and Royalty.
With Bishop Cook tying the game at 7. Then Lucas Honaker with the quarterback sneak. Abingdon took a 14-7 lead. And then finally, Stephen Johnson here late in the first half is going to throw this one to Levon Montgomery for the 61-yard touchdown. Now let's look at our first half stats. Total yards, Abingdon has the advantage, 185-102, but the big one, PJ, is turnovers. 4 turnovers for Abingdon, none for Tennessee High, but the Falcons are in a tie game.
Now let's check out the best plays from all across America.
Trying to do a bubble screen. Interception by the Warriors. They're going to try to take it all the way back. Seth Hampton into the end zone. The defense put 6 on the board.
Shotgun snap. Drop. Picked up. Good job by Riggs picking it up. Throws left. Has one-on-one coverage and a catch. What a catch made that time.
Great catch.
Under pressure. Dumps it off or tried to dump it off to the tailback. Incomplete, but we do have a flag on the play. Now, was this a lateral or was this an incomplete pass? As Bennett picks it up and rumbles into the end zone.
It was a short kick, though. There's a bad snap once again. He gets the ball away, and everybody's going to clear away, but except for Elijah Ray. Ray's going to pick it up. He's going to go down and into the end zone for a touchdown.
The screen, it's intercepted. Taken out of the air. The lineman screen. He rumbles into the end zone.
Steam going outside. They're going to have to punt the ball away. It's blocked. It's blocked. You get his feet in. That's a touchdown.
Swaim strung out. Not going to get it. Evan McCracken.
We'll throw it out in the flat to Marsh. Look out. Marsh breaks another tackle. Dancing to the 3. Spins to the 2. Touchdown. New Braunfels.
The South Green Rebels versus the Hampton Bulldogs. Toyota's Friday Night Rivals. Friday, October 1st on Fox 39 WEMT. Join News 5 Sports' Casey Getz and PJ Johnson as they bring you live game coverage of some of the biggest and oldest football rivalries in the region. Toyota's Friday Night Rivals.
And clearly, Stephen Johnson had the play of the game so far in the first half. That's number 7 warming up there. Casey, that changed everything.
It did. You know, we did watch. We were talking more about that, and we certainly, you know, I did correct myself, and people around me will say, you're used to correcting yourself a lot. I'm wrong often, but the more we've seen this, it is much closer than I originally thought it was to the line of scrimmage. So I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt. I will say that I was wrong. It was not as bad as I thought it was, but it was a big play for Tennessee High, 61 yards. Levon Montgomery, that is what tied this game 14-14 at halftime. And now Tennessee High will get the ball to start the second half after they deferred their option. So the Vikings have a possibility of getting the lead back here if they can do well in this first possession.
I think the bigger problem for Tennessee High is how to figure how to figure out to stop this two-headed monster of Abingdon. They've run all over the place.
Yes, and now if you're Abingdon, look, you've turned the ball over 4 times. The last one I'm not going to really count because they were throwing it, the last was the last play of the half there. But they had 3 turnovers, 2 deep in their own end, 1 when they were driving for a potential score. So if I was Coach Amberg, I'd say, guys, we've had 4 turnovers and we are tied. I mean, we should be down a couple scores. So if I'm Abingdon, I feel pretty good about where I am. Tennessee High last week when they played David Crockett, they were down 20-14 at halftime. They did not score in the second half. So let's see what adjustments Tennessee High makes this week and if they can continue to put 2 good halves of football together.
And we're ready for second half action. Reed's going to boot it off for a Toyota kickoff. Another short kick. Tennessee High's going to get excellent field position. They're going to string this out, but there's nowhere to go but down. The first down on the 32.
That was Chapdelaine who left the game with the first, and he came back in and got that, and he is now down on the start of the second half.
He's the young man we think we saw that had the shoulder packed in ice, so he's obviously a quick healer and a very tough kid. Let's hope he's okay as he's kind of rolling around there. There's Steven Johnson, the senior quarterback for Tennessee High. And as Casey said, we've looked at this play at halftime. It's really just too close to call because we don't have a down-the-line angle. That's the only way to know for sure because our camera is kind of skewed off to the side. So it was probably the right thing. Not to, if it's not close, if it's not obvious, don't call it. That's what most coaches say. Although I'm sure Abingdon's going to argue with that.
Well, I'm sure one of these, maybe both coaching staffs will maybe send us a message when they're watching the film later and say, yeah, you guys are right or you guys are wrong. And maybe the Tennessee High staff will say, you guys are way wrong. And Abingdon's like, you guys are right.
But it was a terrific heads-up play by Johnson because he was flushed out of the pocket. He had nowhere to go. He faked one guy out, and that's when he saw Montgomery, who was wide open. And then Montgomery made a nice cut to the middle. Notice the mark. You see where the ball is right there. We think that's the 39-yard line. So we're going to snap it here. Now keep your eye on Johnson and remember that mark. So he's back to the 30 now. It's 5 yards closer. And now he's got to be all the way past it. And he is throwing the ball. See, it's just too close to call.
Yeah. We obviously have the luxury of replays multiple times, and the crew doing a great job.
We have the luxury of having the best crew in the world that would even get that shot. We've shown you 3 or 4 different angles, and it's just without looking down the line, you can't tell for sure. So we're not going to belabor the point because it's 14-14. That's all that matters. And we're waiting for them to attend to the young man that's hurt on the field. So we're going to take a break. You're watching Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers.
Go to friendshipcars.com to find our huge selection of Ford, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Volvo, Hyundai, Nissan, Honda, Chevy, GMC, Buick, or even Indian motorcycles. Only at friendshipcars.com. We're dealing.
Huddle up, football fans. Huddle up close. Hear the heartbeats and the beats of drums, the adrenaline and the calm, the sounds of nature and of nurture, of belonging and long passing. Every yard, every field, every blade of grass, from mountaintops to downtown shops. This is our community, and we are proud to be part of it. Bank of Tennessee, this is home.
At Friendship Ford of Bristol, we want to buy your car, regardless of age, mileage, or condition. We're one of the area's only certified Kelley Blue Book buying centers. And you don't have to trade with us. We'll buy your car cash on the spot. Come to Friendship Ford of Bristol. We're dealing.
This financial literacy tip is brought to you by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation.
Having the financial discipline to live within your means is going to be a valuable asset in regards to building your retirement and determining when you can retire. Keeping up with the Joneses, but not really being able to afford those luxuries is one of the biggest reasons households fall on tough financial times. So following a monthly budget, controlling spending, and solid financial decisions is essential for financial stability. The first question I ask home buying prospect is not how much they actually qualify for, it's how much are you comfortable with paying each month for a house payment. With this figure, we can work on a maximum price that a home buyer is comfortable with and can afford. We all want financial security, So always remember to live within your means.
To learn more about Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, go to homeloansbyfairway.com.
Back here at Tennessee High, where a young man has been injured. It appears to be a lower leg injury. Casey, we hate to see stuff like this happen.
Yeah, that's Daniel Chapdelaine. He left the game in the first half, came back. I hate to see this on the opening kickoff of the second half. He is a senior.
Especially with all that's gone on here tonight with homecoming and all, we want to wish number 30 the best. And now we're almost ready to resume action with Tennessee High and their quarterback, Stephen Johnson, are on the field. Great crowd at the Castle tonight. And we're ready for first down action. Johnson fakes the handoff. Now he's going to try to throw it. Rolling out. Throws a bullet. Incomplete. And it'll be second down. Again, it appeared that there was a mix-up in the backfield, Casey.
That's what it looked like to me. Stephen Johnson, I think, was expecting Montgomery to be on the other side of him again. The second time I think we've seen a miscommunication between those two.
And this Abingdon defensive line has played outstanding. They are all over Johnson. Johnson had to run for his life that time. Second and 10. Straight handoff. Some running room for the Vikings. There he is. That's Montgomery breaking loose with the speed. McClanahan runs him down and forces him out of bounds.
Nice run by Montgomery. His second big splash play of the night for Tennessee High. Goes ahead with a 61-yard touchdown. And look at a nice cutback and puts the ball in his outside hand. You like to see that running down the sidelines. You want to have that ball closest to the sidelines. Big gain for Montgomery. The Vikings now at the Abingdon 26-yard line.
Johnson operating from the shotgun. Another handoff. This time the Abingdon defense is up to the challenge. That's Montgomery again with the carry, and he was smothered.
Two guys initially and a few more joined the pile as well for Abingdon defensively. This is the fourth game of the season for both of these teams. Tennessee High 1-2, Abingdon 2-1.
Second down and 8 for the Vikings. Looks like somebody moved again as the ball is loose and it's on the ground, and Abingdon's going to pick it up and go the other way. A great big turnover by the Tennessee High Vikings. And Johnny on the spot there for Abingdon was Jack Holmes, the middle linebacker.
They had a player down for Abingdon back behind the play.
Now again, it appeared there was movement in the line. I don't see a flag case.
Abingdon was hollering for movement against Tennessee High, but now they're very thankful that was not called because they get the ball back. And Stephen Johnson did a good job saving a touchdown for Tennessee High when he was the only one back for the Vikings, and there were quite a few Falcons, and Johnson did a good job getting Holmes down to avoid giving up the touchdown.
Obviously, we have another player down. Appears to be a cramp, but he's been helped to his feet. That's Caden Hounshell, the big fella in the middle. You see some movement there, but there was no flag. Montgomery had the ball just stripped, and then it splashed.
Now watch Stephen Johnson. He's the only one that can help. If he doesn't make this tackle, it might have been a touchdown for Abingdon.
Heads up play by Jack Holmes, who had some running room there. And as Casey said, it was Johnson stopping him, or another big gain by the Falcons. First down, Abingdon. That ball's on the ground again.
Unbelievable.
Another center exchange. Snapped loose. Ball on the ground, and Tennessee High recovers.
I wonder if I'm Abingdon now, do you almost want to go out of the shotgun almost exclusively now? I mean, that's the third time they've had a problem with the snap between the center and quarterback under center. You got a pulling lineman just kind of knocked Lambert over.
Away, yeah.
That's the 5th turnover for Abingdon in the game. Evan Smith recovered the fumble for Tennessee High.
So it's like Groundhog Day. We're back here again, Tennessee High on offense. And Johnson's back in at quarterback. Johnson to the air. It's complete to Montgomery over the middle. Short of a first down.
Good job by Johnson there. Just kind of backstepping just to avoid the pressure just for another half a second. And they've had some success on those slants.
That little pop pass is working. There's Montgomery. Second down and 2. Montgomery gets the call. Bangs to the outside. He should have the first down. Cuts back to the left. Over almost to the 30-yard line. Nice cutback by the youngster for a Bank of Tennessee first down.
Montgomery really having a big third quarter so far for Tennessee High. One long run on the previous possession. And here again, breaking a tackle, cuts it outside. Good vision for Levon.
Very patient offense by Tennessee High. Montgomery blasting over the right side till he's thrown to the ground. Sturgill again on that tackle.
We played 3 minutes here in the third quarter. The final Friday in September.
It's Montgomery off that right side. This time Abingdon's waiting. And that looked like Holmes again making the tackle. Holmes is coming up a little limpy.
There's Matt Chandler, the interim head coach for Tennessee High. Back Mike Mays, who'd been the head coach for the previous 8 years, took a new position in the school system as the head strength and conditioning coach for the entire school system. Matt Chandler did not apply for the job, but this was kind of late in the ball game. It was in May when this happened, and Tennessee High asked Chandler if he would be the interim coach for this season, then they would evaluate the position moving forward, and he said, how can I say no?
One of the really good guys in coaching. That's Montgomery.
And I'll say, I know Coach Chandler as an assistant coach, we talk more to the head coaches, but Coach Chandler in the last 2 weeks, I have just the amount of respect I have for him, what he's gone through. It's easy for coaches, they talk to the media. When things are going well, it's real easy. They're very eager to talk to us, but things have not gone well for Tennessee High. And he has always had time and just tremendous respect I've gained for him, how he's handled everything the last couple weeks.
That was actually Josh Bell on that last carry. I can't imagine what Chandler's had to deal with.
We got both sides pointing at each other on this one.
Right snap. Encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Show the play. First down.
Emberg, you're not happy with that. That's Sturgill there.
That penalty will give Tennessee High a first down as they're now in the red zone. In the Toyota red zone at the 19-yard line of Abingdon.
We're all tied up at 14. That could change in a few minutes, though. And there's a whistle.
I think Tennessee High might have given those 5 yards back.
Snap. False start. On the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
There have been a lot of very close calls on movement tonight, and both sides. There is Garrett Amberge, 4th year head coach of the Falcons, 22-11 in his 4th season. They're coming off a big win last week, a shutout win over Richlands.
Johnson under pressure. He's going to take off this time. Eludes one runner, or one tackler, then he's hit from behind after he already stepped out of bounds, but no flag.
The Tennessee High sideline asking for a late hit out of bounds.
I mean, there was a clear whistle here as Johnson steps out of bounds.
That was Hounshell, number 65, is going to be, I think, the one that gets him right here.
In Hounshell's defense, if you didn't hear the whistle, you play till the kick goes down. So no harm, no foul. Tennessee High still has it, 2nd and 10. Knocking on the door from the 20. Johnson under pressure. Here comes Sturgill after him. Johnson is going to be hit hard out of bounds. And Sturgill throws him down. That's Hounshell, I should say.
Hounshell, 5'10", 290-pound junior. Moves pretty well for 290. His 3rd down play, he's going to move to the sidelines.
A couple of these big cat fellas powered by biscuits. Size on that line. Here comes Johnson. Blitzing from the corner. Here goes Johnson running up the middle, and he's going to be upended. Abingdon defense stiffening up here, and it's going to be 4th down.
Decision time for Coach Chandler. They did attempt a field goal earlier in the game and just missed, and it looks like they're going to bring on the field goal team here on 4th down and try another one. The ball is on the 16-yard line.
Matthias Cardoso, the senior, number 5, comes in. Now, he had plenty of leg earlier. It was just off to the left. Johnson will hold.
This will be a 33-yard field goal attempt.
This gives you a good angle on it. Kick is going to be left again. Very tough angle, so it's no good. And we're still tied at 14. You're watching Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealer.
Here are 5 big reasons to buy a Toyota Highlander. Number 5, a 295 horsepower V6 engine. Or number 4, best-in-class hybrid. Number 3, it's all-wheel drive season. And 2, Highlander can do it all. Snow, rain, wind, or mud. And the number 1 reason, a great selection of great Toyota deals. Like 2.49 financing plus $750 finance cash on any new 21 Highlander. Plus 2 years no-cost maintenance. 5 big reasons to buy a Highlander. Toyota, let's go places.
Did you know the average credit card interest rate is over 16%? But the annual percentage rate on the Bank of Marion's new Platinum Rewards credit card is just 11.99. And it earns rewards points for use for retail purchases, fuel discounts, travel discounts, and cash back. It's contactless too. Just tap and go. Details at bankofmarionva.com or stop by any of our branches for an application. Remember, without our Platinum Rewards card, you'll miss out on all those savings and rewards.
Tonight's Facebook Live game coverage is sponsored by your Tri-Cities Honda dealers.
Always good to welcome in our Facebook viewers from all over the globe. It is really surprising that when we start looking for research, all the people that dial in and watch us on the World Wide Web. Facebook Live, those little ladies having a big time tonight. They've seen a good game, 14-14. Abingdon taking over after holding. Their defense has played great tonight. Lambert just trying to get a clean snap. He does. Houndshaw out to the right side, uses that forearm, gets about 4 yards. Little stiff arm there, old school.
There's been miscues on both sides. You mentioned 5 turnovers in the game for Abingdon, 1 for Tennessee High. The Vikings have also missed 2 field goals. We have an Abingdon player down on the far side of the field.
You don't expect cramping on a night like this, but we've had some
Actually,
kids
that's a Tennessee High player, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Still trying to get a number for you.
So that's 11, Ashton Leonard.
He got into his feet now. That's his head coach walking him back.
You might see there's a red handkerchief sticking out of the back, a red bandana sticking out of the back pocket of Coach Chandler. And that is a bandana that belonged to Coach Leonard, and he said he was going to keep it with him. You see it there in his back pocket as he's coming off, and there it is. And that was a red bandana that belonged to Coach Leonard. He often said he would wear that on his head on those hot summer days because he had a bald head to keep the sun away. And Coach Chandler said, I'm going to have that with me tonight in my back pocket.
So that brings us back to 2nd down and 5. The one thing that had stopped the Abingdon offense has been Abingdon turnovers. Houndshaw spins off a tackle, drags a defender, and gets a couple.
Nice tackle by Josh Green. Third and 3 as we're under 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. The success that Abingdon's had on the ground, you would expect on a 3rd and 3. I'm expecting that they're going to run the ball here. As you mentioned, PJ, really, they've only hurt themselves.
Here's Lambert to the air. He's got McClanahan. He's going to have to break a tackle if he's going to get the first down, and he did.
Got a flag coming in. I think it might be a face mask against Tennessee High.
Yeah, McClanahan shaken up on the play. He says, I'm fine, I'm tough, I'm good. He's going to limp back to the huddle. I think it just kind of knocked the wind out of his sails. See what the official call is here.
Question is, it would be a 5 or 15-yard face mask.
It's definitely against Tennessee High. 5 yards.
Incidental face mask on the defense. 5 yards from the end of the run. Result of the play. First down.
Always thought it was interesting that how an official differentiates from unintentional and intentional face mask. I mean, sometimes it's obvious. Sometimes you're just very skilled.
Well, Abingdon had the first down before the penalty on the pass to McClanahan, and they just get an extra 5 yards.
Yep. That's Hounsell off the right side, breaking tackles, spinning, refusing to go down. Now they're going to switch it out. Here comes Bishop Cook. Cook has been the more effective of running backs tonight. Well, Hounsell's had a great night, but Cook has been spectacular. And this Tennessee High defense, Casey, you pointed this out in the first half. They spent so much time on the field. By the time you get to the fourth quarter, they're going to be very tired.
Not only spending time on the field, but this Abingdon offensive line is just leaning on these guys up front.
And look at this hole. Look at this hole for Bishop Cook. He is cooking across the 30-yard line. A Bank of Tennessee first down, number 24.
If I'm on the Abingdon coaching staff and I see this play and this hole that opens up right here, I'm saying again on the ground.
I'm going to run it till they stop it. And they do. Same play, same run. Here he goes. Bishop Cook off the right side gets a block. He's inside the 10. He's going to stiff arm his way to the 2-yard line. Bishop Cook. Again here. Abingdon, no reason to change it up. The only thing you might want to do where they're at on the field now is if you want to put Honaker in to potentially have a quarterback sneak. As Cook, great vision and footwork, gets it down to the 2-yard line. He's just so slippery. Nobody's got a clean shot at him all night. He slipped out of a bunch of tackles. Lambert's still in there. And he'll hand it off to guess who? Yep. It's a Toyota touchdown for Bishop Cook.
That's a statement drive for Abingdon right there.
It was Cook. Touchdown.
And he was, they made contact. Tennessee High did right around the line of scrimmage there, and he did a good job breaking that. But the offensive line for Abingdon also deserves major props. They have opened up some big holes out there tonight.
Number 65, Caden Hounsell, made that big block on the play before that. Sturgill in there. I mean, they've done a job. And that's Toby Reed converting on the extra point. It's 21-14. We've got a good one brewing here in the Castle. You're watching Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers.
We lose a young person to suicide every 90 minutes. Tennessee won't be silent. Will you? For more information, visit tnwon'tbesilent.com.
And welcome back to the Stone Castle, everyone. The Jason Foundation Drive Summary. Casey?
7 plays, 80 yards, 2.5 minutes off the clock. A 2-yard touchdown run by Bishop Cook to make it 21-14. Abingdon with 2:02 left in the third quarter. We'll have our Toyota drive of the game, and that might be it right there. This has been the drive of the second half so far, certainly.
That was certainly impressive. And as you said, let's just run the same play till Tennessee High stops it. And they couldn't stop it. Cheerleaders getting a good workout tonight. And look at this work by our crew, the Sky 5 drone. Look at that behind the lights, curling around. Ricky, Keith doing a great job as always. The Sky 5 drone powered by Empire Ford. There's Mr. Foot waiting for the foot of Mr. Reed to kick it off. A Toyota kickoff.
Bishop Cook is up to 163 rushing yards on 16 carries.
My goodness. Tennessee High's going to fall on that ball.
The Viking cheerleaders It's the third home game of the year for Tennessee High. They opened the season against Dobbins-Bennett, and their win came at home against Knox Carnes 2 weeks ago. Last week they lost to David Crockett in their first region game.
Stephen Johnson with a solid night directing this Viking offense. Hands it to Montgomery. Some running room off the right side.
Oh, he fumbled it.
And he did fumble it. That's Hensel that picked it up. But now Hensel's in the open. He's trying to break it loose, and he's caught from behind at about the 10-yard line. How in the world did that happen?
Malik Hensel just ripped that away from Montgomery, and he became the running back. He's used to doing that, the running back, but he just...
That happened so fast.
Yeah, he said, just give me that ball. A tremendous play by Malik Hensel. Watch 22 right there, rip it away.
Oh, yeah. He's not down.
And then he becomes the running back. Abingdon has another player down here.
Well, Hensel, of course, part of that two-headed monster, says, hey, you know, I can't run the ball on offense because Cook is having such a great night, so I'll just steal it on defense and run it.
His teammates giving him a lot of love after that one.
They should. What a play. But number 22, 5'9" senior. That's a heads-up play. Montgomery left that ball out there, and when he spun, he kind of spun into the defender.
For Abingdon, that was Paul Widener, who was down.
Council talking to some fans, getting some glory tonight. And he has put Abingdon in a great position here. I mean, the Falcons lead at 21-14, and they're going to have great field position here to knock in another touchdown.
And from what we just saw from Abingdon, how do they not run it with Bishop Cook here again and just say, until Tennessee High can stop it, we're going to keep doing that.
Yeah, even dope like me can coach football. If that's all you have to do is give it to one guy. And there he is. He's in the game, number 24, Bishop Cook.
And here, watch these five guys up front. Just watch how they move. The line of scrimmage is at the 10. Just watch how these five guys will just push everything forward.
It's Cook, and he's hitting the backfield. He breaks a tackle and still gets a yard. Now, as they used to say back in the old days, you can get that defense bowed up. So if you get bowed up here, it's a great chance to throw to McClanahan out in the flat.
Yeah, I'm trying to give the offensive line some love there. They let me down. They really didn't open up many holes on that play.
Well, you didn't know that Tennessee High can get all bowed up. Our Tennessee Tough unsung hero. We've got an idea who that might be. And he is Tennessee Tough, although he might be tougher in Virginia. Second down and goal for the Falcons. They are flying high in the castle, 21-14.
Haynes Carter's been very quiet tonight, number 2.
Cook slipping on the outside. He's hitting the backfield and thrown for a loss. Cook does not like to be tackled.
That was Josh Bell on the stop, and good job for Tennessee High. Again, their defense had to come on the field with a 1st and goal from the 10 for Abingdon after the turnover, and they have sent them back 2 yards here on 2 plays, so it's 3rd and goal from the 12. This is a critical play if Tennessee High can keep Abingdon out of the end zone here. Now, certainly you would think Abingdon's going to have to put the ball in the air here on 3rd and goal from the 12, so you want to keep an eye on McClanahan, big 20.
Lambert back to pass. He's going to throw it up. And it is a high throw to McClanahan, and he caught it!
Wow.
Oh, an alley-oop play. My goodness, what a touchdown.
You can't teach size. Peyton McClanahan, 6'3". Would make a heck of a basketball player making plays like this. And, you know, the defender was in a good spot. I mean, there's really nothing. Logan Tudor, I mean, he played that ball pretty well, but
he just got out-jumped. Great play by McClanahan. Goes to the sky to pull it down on a 3rd and long. What a response by the Falcons. Reed on to kick it up. And he hits the post. He hits the post. No good. So Abingdon leads it now 27-14. Another look as McClanahan goes up for the slam and scores. You're watching Friday Night Rivals.
The South Green Rebels versus the Hampton Bulldogs. Toyota's Friday Night Rivals. Friday, October 1st on Fox 39 WEMT. Join News 5 Sports' Casey Getz and PJ Johnson as they bring you live game coverage of some of the biggest and oldest football rivalries in the region. Toyota's Friday Night Rivals.
This September, Food City kicks off its ever-popular School Bucks program, which gives money back to our area schools. For every dollar you spend, your school will get 1 point, and we're committed to give over $700,000 this year alone to our area schools. Since School Bucks kicked off many years ago, Food City has given over $19 million to help our young people in our area schools learn. Please participate in School Bucks and help your local schools. We encourage colleges, high schools, middle schools, and elementary schools to participate in this wonderful program.
And a big thanks to Steve Smith and all the good folks at Food City. I'm telling you that salmon was pretty good tonight. We were grilling out with Food City. Now, here's our Jason Foundation drive summary, and what a drive it was, Case.
3 plays, a 12-yard touchdown from Cole Lambert to Peyton McClanahan. A pretty catch by McClanahan. Extra point was off the upright, so it's 27-14. We'll see if Tennessee High can make Abingdon pay for that missed extra point here. They need to score a couple more times before that's a possibility, though.
And there's your Toyota kickoff. It's going to be Montgomery back there looking for some running room. He's up to the 25. He's going to go to the outside. Here come the Falcons trying to surround him, and they do. He's pushed out of bounds.
1.9 seconds left on the third quarter clock. Barring a penalty, this will be the final play upcoming here in the third quarter. Tennessee High. Montgomery, has had some pretty good plays, and they got down early down to the 1-yard line, unable to score. And you miss an opportunity like that, it's going to come back and haunt you, and it has here in the third quarter for Tennessee High.
From the shotgun, Montgomery in motion. It's going to be a little toss to him. He's got some running room over the left side. Well, you've mentioned it time and time again, Casey. 5 turnovers for Abingdon, and Tennessee High's really not cashed in on any of them, have they?
They haven't. They haven't taken advantage. Now Tennessee High turned it over twice themselves in the third quarter.
That is the end of the third quarter. So we've got one more quarter of action. We'll be back with more. You're watching Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers.
At Friendship Ford of Bristol, we want to buy your car, regardless of age, mileage, or condition. We're one of the area's only certified Kelley Blue Book buying centers. And you don't have to trade with us. We'll buy your car cash on the spot. Come to Friendship Ford of Bristol. We're dealing.
All trophies and plaques for WCYB's Friday Night Rivals are provided by Eddie's Trophies and Gift Shop in Bristol. Eddie's Trophies also offers medals, plaques, acrylics, glass, and crystal pieces for your business, school, or sports team. That's Eddie's Trophy and Gift Shop online at eddiestrophies.com.
Cut to the Chase by Jersey Mike's.
Thank you, Jake. Have a great day.
Thank you. Be a sub above.
Citizens Bank is a locally owned and operated bank serving communities in East Tennessee. The bank was established in 1934 with 3 guiding principles at its foundation: assurance of safety to depositors, a high standard of service to customers, and a genuine desire to serve the community. These principles are the core factor in the success that has lasted over 85 years and grown Citizens Bank to the renowned financial institution it is today. To learn more about Citizens Bank, visit citizensbank24.com.
Hi, I'm Philip Fulmer, and as a Tennessean like me, I'm sure you have that volunteer spirit we all share. It's that willingness to jump in and do whatever it takes to help those around you. In Tennessee, many of our young people need help to fight the silent epidemic of youth suicide, but there are those unwilling to talk about it. We need people like you to raise your voice, to not be silent. Learn more at TennesseeWon'tBeSilent.com.
Go to friendshipcars.com to find our huge selection of Ford, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Volvo, Hyundai, Nissan, Honda, Chevy, GMC, Buick, or even Indian motorcycles. Only at friendshipcars.com. We're dealing.
Who's got Bojangles? We're back here at Tennessee High in the Stone Castle. It's 27-14, Abingdon over Tennessee High. We got one more quarter of action to go. This has been a really good one, Casey.
It has. We'll see. Tennessee High, big possession for them. They have the ball to start the fourth quarter. Down by 13 points. You figure you maybe get 3 possessions a quarter, you know, if you're lucky. So Tennessee High really going to have to pretty much score a touchdown, if not on this possession, definitely their next one. But the way Abingdon's been running the clock, almost a must score here for Tennessee High.
Johnson, as he's done all night, out of the shotgun, going to rifle one downfield. That's incomplete. He had his receiver out there. That was Davis Campbell. Campbell was momentarily open, but Johnson overthrew him.
Stats through 3 quarters. Abingdon total yards 270 to 191 for Tennessee High. There's been 7 turnovers in this game. 5 for Abingdon, 2 for Tennessee High. Time of possession almost identical. Bishop Cook 161 yards. Hounshell has 63, and also he, of course, had that fumble.
Big third down, 3rd and 7. Blitzing, that's Hounshell all over Johnson. He had to just get rid of it. Johnson was blasted by Hounshell in the backfield. Hounshell, of course, just came up with that big play on the previous series where he took the ball away from Montgomery. Now he nearly sacks Johnson. He's going to force a punt with Abingdon leading 27-14. McClanahan back to receive it.
If you're Abingdon, you get this ball, you have to think if we can score again here, that'll pretty much put this game away.
DeGuere's on the punt. Boots it up and away. This is going to be blasted down around the 40, and it's going to roll to the 35. And that's where Abingdon will take it over, 1st down and 10. So I expect to see the same offense, Casey. I mean, Tennessee has not stopped it. You just give it to your running back and just go through those huge holes that they're opening up.
The Tennessee High, they did do a good job on the last possession, even though Abingdon scored a touchdown. That was through the air. I mean, they did stop them. The 2 running plays on that drive actually lost 2 yards, but then McClanahan just made that unbelievable catch for the touchdown. So we'll see if Tennessee High maybe learned something there. They're able to get negative plays in 2 consecutive runs for Abingdon, or if the Falcons' offensive line can reassert themselves here and open up some holes for Mr. Cook.
Hounshell gets the quick handoff from the fullback position. They had both Hounshell and Cook in there.
First time we've seen that tonight.
Then what do you do when you got both of them in there? That's quite the dilemma.
Hounshell picked up 4 yards.
They both remain in the ball game. Hounshell again, stepping left, spinning, getting close to a 1st down.
I think he's going to be just a little bit short. The 3rd and inches for Abingdon. Taking a second look at it here. Abingdon, all those players, look at them down there signaling 1st down.
Yeah.
It is near their sidelines. We've not had the chain gang come out tonight yet, but this could be the first time.
Looked like they just eyeballed that one. And even the officials are getting a good laugh over there. All right, so about a half-yard short.
Will this be the fullback dive to Hounshall, or will they give it to Cook at the running back position? I don't see Lambert sneaking it again with his leg.
And there he goes with the sneak, of course, and he got a push from Hounshall. That is a Toyota first down. Now, pretty soon the clock is going to become the enemy for Tennessee High because they're simply going to run out of time to score 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and the scoreboard, I mean, if Abingdon, even if they don't score, like you said, they could chew up a few more minutes of this clock, but I think if a score here would pretty much wrap this one up. If it's a touchdown, a field goal would still make it, leave it at 16 points, so that's still a 2-possession game. But certainly a touchdown here might put this one away for the Falcons.
Thing about Abingdon, they can just run out the clock because they can get 4 or 5 yards a clip. They can just kill you on the clock with this offense. Can't say enough about the offensive line and the defensive line for the Falcons. Done a great job tonight to open up some massive holes. And they put a lot of pressure on Johnson on the other end. Quick handoff. Hounshall breaking tackles, going down the left sideline. He's got a first down. A Toyota first down. He goes out of bounds.
Hounshall lowered his shoulder towards the end of that one and said, I'm going to deliver the contact rather than take the contact.
That kid is a load.
Watch towards the end of this play here, 22. He's going to say, I'm not going to let you hit me. I'm going to hit you right there.
Yeah, really. He delivered the blow. Gotta love running backs that don't mind putting their head down and giving out some punishment instead of taking it all the time. Down less than 9 minutes now. Abingdon in charge, 27-14. Great view of one of those big offensive linemen, the Biscuit brothers there of Abingdon. They can open up some holes. There he goes. Hounshall up the middle, spinning for another first down. Holy cow. He's a tired puppy.
Watched the line open up some holes. Nice cutback by Hounshall. And I tell you, who's probably going to be watching this game tonight and taking some notes is Central. That's who they're going to Abingdon next week. They're off this week, so they're able to rest up and do advanced scouting here from the TV copy of their next opponent. Abingdon will go home next week and play Central.
You know, Coach Amberg, said that's one good thing about us televising games. He likes to watch them just for the scouting. He likes to see what other teams are doing. And sometimes he'll pick up an idea or two. So I would think he's not the only coach doing that. First down for the Falcons. How about this? Guess who? Ball's loose.
Oh, I think Abingdon might have got it back.
Oh, they got lucky on that. That was Hounshall, who apparently had the first down, and then the ball popped loose. And now one of his linemen slaps him upside the head, so that's okay. We got it back. We got you back, big guy.
Yeah, carrying that comes
definitely.
out.
And it was right on the fingertips of the Vikings. And there was one Falcon in position to grab it, and he's the one that got it.
I couldn't see a number of who that was for Abingdon that picked that up, but that
heads-up play. So it'll be second down and about 2. A nice, crisp autumn night here in Bristol, Tennessee. Perfect night for high school football.
I think Hounshall's out of the game right now.
Cook up the middle, cuts to the outside. Give that man a first-class ticket to the end zone. Bishop Cook scores, and that might put the final nail in the coffin, Casey.
That's a 15-yard touchdown run for Bishop Cook. Abingdon goes up 33-14, and he does not get almost basically, I don't think he gets touched on that 15-yard touchdown run. Great job by the lineman up front. Bishop Cook has had a heck of a game tonight for Abingdon, as is this whole offensive line.
You know, it's so interesting. We watched Martin Lucas last year run, but he was a power runner. He ran over people. We see these kids tonight doing both.
Yeah, Hounshall's more the power runner, but certainly Bishop Cook is definitely has more the speed, as the extra point is good.
So Reed connects.
Reed, good.
Yep. So it's 34-14. Can Tennessee High come back? Some answers when Friday Night Rivals continues. Powered by your local Toyota dealer.
Here are 5 big reasons to buy a Toyota Tacoma. Number 5, it's been the best-selling truck for like ever. Because number 4, it's got powerful off-road capabilities. 3, Tacoma's got the best resale value. Not like you're ever gonna sell it because number 2, it's way too much fun to drive. And the number 1 reason, a great selection of great Toyota deals. Like 2.49 financing up to 72 months on Tacoma. Plus 2 years no-cost maintenance. 5 big reasons to buy a Tacoma. Toyota, let's go places.
I love this place. It's where I chose to live, and I want to help it thrive. In fact, I even took an oath to do just that. I'm a physician at HMG's new Primary Care and Diagnostics Center in Johnson City. I could have worked somewhere else, but I chose to be a part of this physician-led medical group because I wanted a voice in how my neighbors are cared for. We all have choices in life, and they matter. My choice is to be a health partner for life and advocate for you every day.
Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, driven by your local Toyota dealer.
Well, it's homecoming here at Tennessee High, but is the, I guess the show-off of Bishop Cook tonight, who has really had his own little homecoming here in Bristol because this kid has been terrific. Here's your Jason Foundation drive summary.
7 plays, 64 yards, took almost 5 minutes off the clock, ending with a Bishop Cook 15-yard touchdown, as Abingdon now has a 20-point lead.
So from homecoming to a coming-out party for Bishop Cook. The kickoff, and now it's time for our Toyota drive of the game. The experts have spoken. Casey?
All right, they're going to take us back to the second quarter. Lambert to Peyton McClanahan. And then Bishop Cook with a nice run. Bishop Cook with a nice run. Am I repeating myself? Bishop Cook with a nice run. We had 7 consecutive runs for Bishop Cook, ending with a touchdown for Abingdon. This put them on top 14-7. Your Toyota drive of the game, dominated by number 24, Bishop Cook for Abingdon.
He should drive a Toyota. Johnson under pressure, throws it up and incomplete. And now Abingdon's going, hey, where was the receiver? Gotta love the sidelines.
To no avail is the Falcon plea. Running the ball, PJ, how about 2 running backs, both over? Actually, there's a flag now. I think they may call it the intentional grounding.
Oh.
Both Hounshall and Cook have over 100 yards. Hounshall 22. He has 104 yards. Bishop Cook has 176 on 19 carries. That's an average of 9.26
Intentional
yards.
grounding. On the offense, number 7. That'll be 5 yards from the spot of the foul. Also, lost it down.
Oh.
Second down.
Well, that's the last thing Tennessee High needed to happen. Lost it down.
So my math there, that would be 280 rushing yards between Hounshall and Cook. That is pretty good.
That's good math. Johnson backed up. You can bet he's going to feel the heat.
Watch out.
There it is. The blitz off the corner, and they got him. That's Hounshall.
This Abingdon defense knows that Tennessee High has to throw the ball now, down by 20 points, and they are teeing off. They don't have to respect the run anymore. They can just rush the quarterback.
They blitzed a linebacker and a cornerback. This is, on the other side, Haynes Carter, who gets him as soon as Hounshell gets him.
Tennessee High now has the ball at their own 8-yard line. They need to get all the way out to the 37, so it's 3rd and 29.
There's Montgomery with a spin, and he's tossed down.
Tennessee High, they're going to stay home next week and play Morristown West, get back into region play, so that's going to be a really big game for them. I mean, it's so important in Tennessee, the way it's structured in terms of playoffs. It's all about how you do in your region. The non-conference games, they don't factor in.
And Tennessee High boots it away. McClanahan lets it go. It's going to roll and roll past the 50 down to about the 44-yard line. That's where Abingdon will take it over, and their offense will come back on the field and probably grind it out.
Here are 5 big reasons to buy a Toyota RAV4. Number 5, best-selling SUV in America. 4, fun, adventurous, versatile. Number 3, it's available as an extremely quick hybrid. 2, compatible with all your devices. Play Ethan's playlist. That's what I'm talking about. And the number 1 reason, a great selection of great Toyota deals, like 2.49 financing plus $750 finance cash with new vehicles arriving daily. 5 big reasons to buy a RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
With a Honda in your garage, every summer adventure leads to another. Get an incredible summer offer on a new Honda, only at the Honda Summer Sales Event.
Ready, set, go.
Welcome back to this Stone Castle, everyone. The Blue Cross Bowl. It'll be here before you know it. And we'll be proud to present that coverage on Tri-Cities CW. The Blue Cross Blue Shield playoffs brought to you by your good friends at Blue Cross Blue Shield, and of course televised by us on the Tri-Cities CW. Love to be able to do that. We still put it out there for them in case you're watching. Now Abingdon's going to try to put this one in the bank, up 34-14. The clock is the big enemy for Tennessee High now. Just 5 minutes left. Hounshell on the outside. He's got a block. He's got some daylight. He's to the 40. He's to the 30. Down to the 25-yard line and close to the 20 for another Toyota first down.
Malik Hounshell getting it done on offense and defense here in the second half. Just look at the holes there, cuts it outside. All the defenders were inside.
Look at Carter with a good block there.
Peyton McClanahan out there as well.
Hounshell says, give me some oxygen, please. They're in the Toyota red zone, just barely. Clock continues to tick away. Now we had to change of quarterback. Honaker's in there now. Handoff. Hounshell drags a couple with him for 3 or 4. That's probably the most impressive thing about Hounshell. He can shed some tackles. The first guy usually doesn't bring him down.
He looks like he's going to head to the sidelines. Malik Hounshell, 5'9", 191-pound senior.
Bishop Cook into the game. Cook's been outstanding. In this case, he's had 176 yards rushing. And I have a feeling that's going to change.
I'll tell you what, Hounshell was at 104 before this drive started, so he's probably over 150.
Good shot of Cook. And there's Cook dancing in the backfield. Or he's finally brought down. It'll be 3rd down. But now we're ticked down to about 3 minutes as that clock continues to shed seconds. There's your stat of the night.
Abingdon has ran the ball 42 times tonight for 327 yards. Mighty impressive by the Falcons, what they've done tonight.
It really is.
We're going to see them again later this season.
That's right.
Our final game of the year will be at Abingdon, the first time we've done a broadcast at Abingdon, as they host Union on October 29th.
Cook going up the left sidelines. Tripped out of bounds. He didn't like that.
Jackson Lane, number 18 for Abingdon, had a nice block to spring that one to the outside.
Was another first down, another Toyota first down. Just about time for us to name our Tennessee Tough Guy, isn't it?
First and goal now for Abingdon from the 10, as Cook did step out of bounds, so that stopped the clock.
There's the youngster, Honaker. Ball's bobbled. Honaker's going to keep it. He's still got it up. Kept it alive.
Number 3, Honaker on the carry. Brought down by number 8.
How about the success that Abingdon sports have had recently? I mean,
unbelievable.
Last year, the golf team wins the state championship. The basketball team lost in the state championship game. The football team, they made it to the region championship game. And then the baseball team made it to the state championship game. They did come up short as well, but really for a school to have that much success in different sports all in the same year is really cool to see. And the football team carrying it over this year. The golf team has another chance to win another state championship.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw some of the golfers the other day when we were at Glen Roque for the fundraiser, and man, both the girls and boys teams are going to be loaded. In fact, we had that one young lady almost hit into us, didn't she?
I think it was Katie Hall, I believe
it's
that
Katie
was.
Hall, yeah.
So if she's watching, yes, we're calling you out for almost hitting into us, Katie.
We're just teasing Katie. We know your grandfather put you up to it. Of course, Abingdon's had a long tradition of great golfers. Connor Creasy and several other kids that come out of there and done very well.
I think Abingdon's going to let this play clock, wind down and take a timeout as we hit the 1 minute mark in the fourth quarter. I think this is when we will get our Tennessee Tough Award handed out as soon as Abingdon calls this timeout, as they do right now, as the clock continues to run.
And here it is, our Tennessee Tough Award, Casey. Who is it?
All right, number 65 for Abingdon, Caden Hounshell, the big man, playing through the whistle, to the whistle. Nice job, Mr. Caden Hounshell, our Tennessee Tough unsung hero of the game. Congratulations.
This offensive line has just been incredible for Abingdon tonight, and the defensive line as well. Hats off to all you guys. Biscuits for everybody. They've deserved them tonight.
A couple weeks ago, I talked to Coach Ambergy before the game, and a few weeks ago they were supposed to play Gate City. The game got called off just hours before, and I said, when did you guys find out? He's like, we were in the pregame meal eating the ham sandwiches. I got a call from my AD. So when I got off the phone, I said, boys, enjoy the rest of your sandwich, then go home. No game tonight, unfortunately.
Have an extra sandwich. We've got plenty. Oh, goodness. And what a victory this is for Abingdon. Just 2 years ago, Tennessee High took them to the woodshed, didn't they?
35-9 2 years ago, yes.
Yeah. That's how far this program has come.
Abingdon's going to take a knee here, and good sportsmanship, not trying to punch it in the end zone here again.
Just going to let the clock run out. They'll have to run one more play?
I don't think so. Yeah, that should be it.
I think the fans are just realizing now that that will be the final play. Let's see Abingdon sidelines.
I know another thing Coach Amberg said is that Abingdon, they have not done a handshake at all this year, just with...
They just kind of waved.
Yeah, waved.
Because of COVID.
Yes, yeah, so this is what we had last year as well, so...
So it was really a tremendous game tonight as the final seconds clicked down, but the Abingdon running game was the difference as they dominated Tennessee High in the trenches. 34-14 your final here. Falcons come across the state line, and a really great win for them, Casey.
Very good win for Abingdon.
34-14 is your final. Back with some final thoughts, and we'll hear from the coach. After this, Friday Night Rivals continues.
Hi, I'm Philip Fulmer, spokesperson for the Jason Foundation. I want to tell you about an exciting project that we're working on in our state. Tennessee Won't Be Silent is our push to reach Tennesseans with a positive message that suicide is preventable. We want to educate and enable our communities to reach out for help for their friends, family, and themselves. To learn how to get involved in this exciting program, visit TennesseeWon'tBeSilent.com. I won't be silent. Will you?
With a Honda in your garage, every summer adventure leads to another. Get an incredible summer offer on a new Honda, only at the Honda Summer Sales Event.
Ready, set, go.
Huddle up, football fans. Huddle up close. Hear the heartbeats and the beats of drums, the adrenaline and the calm, the sounds of nature and of nurture, of belonging and long passing. Every yard, every field, every blade of grass, from mountaintops to downtown shops. This is our community, and we are proud to be part of it. Bank of Tennessee, this is home.
Winter is coming, so don't wait to get your home ready for the cold with propane from Marsh Propane. Family owned and operated, Marsh Propane has been serving the region since 1966. Whether you're building a new home, switching over to gas heat, or just want to change your provider, Marsh Propane makes it fast and easy. Heating your home and water, cooking, or relaxing with your family, you'll never be let down by the dependability of gas. Fight the chill year-round with Marsh Propane. Service, safety, dependability.
Welcome back to the Stone Castle, everyone. We are thrilled to have Garrett Amberge, the head coach of the Abingdon Falcons, join us now. Garrett, you had two running backs tonight, Hounshell and Cook, both over 100 yards, and that turned out to be the difference in the game. Can you talk about those kids?
Yeah, Bishop and Malik both, they both ran so hard. You know, we tell our guys all the time, it starts up front, starts that offensive line. So proud of those guys up front. They opened the holes up. Bishop and Malik ran really hard. I'm so proud of those guys.
Coach, you had 5 turnovers and you still won this game. Certainly some teaching points even after a big win like this.
Yeah, not an ideal situation having the 5 turnovers, but we went at halftime. We said, hey, it's 0-0. We got to come out and win the second half, and you know, we were able to do that. I'm just so proud of these players, the heart that they played with. I know us as coaches, we're just so proud of them. We hadn't thrown a block or caught a pass yet. You know, it's all these players. I'm so proud of them.
Coach, it also came to us that you're 2-0 on television. Are we your good luck charm, or is it that big offensive line that you have?
Oh, we like seeing you guys, but the big offensive line is a good luck charm.
Well, Coach, give that trophy to your guys. Enjoy the win, and we'll see you later this season.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, here we go, guys. Here we go.
Coach Amberge of the Abingdon Falcons, what a great sight as they come across the state line with a big win tonight over Tennessee High, 34-14. All of us would like to take a moment now to thank the good folks at Toyota, Host and Medical Group, Friendship Auto Group, Food City, Marsh Propane, Fairway Independent Mortgage, Tri-Cities Honda Dealers, Bank of Tennessee, the Jason Foundation, the Tennessee Titans, Jersey Mike's, and Eddie's Trophies, not to mention all the good folks out in Facebook land that were watching and all our viewers tonight. For Casey Getz, I'm PJ Johnson. Thanks so much for watching Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers. 34-14, Abingdon is flying high tonight.